FYI, I can only really use the skelly because when I get small, I can't keep people in line of sight because of all the terrain.
Yeah, I use an add-on that moves my buffs
no.
closer to the middle of my screen. And it doesn't let me click off my noggin fogger if I'm in combat. And then like sometimes I get LOS issues and I can't click it off. So I have to type it and cancel aura. It's good fun.
We need summons.
Why don't you just like make a binding for it and bind it to like?
Nah, I just started clicking it off before we started. And not popping
Okay.
mid-fight.
But how will you look cool?
It's very true.
The experiment was a success. You can click off your
Grats on your helm of the vanquished hero. Who needs to summon? 1, 2, 3 in raid for summon to Daenerys.
And FYI, I just want to throw it out there that was like, what, our third attempt? Which means next Tuesday we could clear everything in one night if we don't fuck around.
Sure enough.
Okay.
Yeah, floppy.
Heard the woman.
Oh yeah, so you want to go SSC first? So we hit Vash early?
But
So
I
we hit-
do want to ask, I know we're losing shift. What do we think about going and doing Gruel to try to get a DST?
No
I
chance.
mean, you know my opinion.
Because it's quick and it's easy and we got people that want. So
Anyone else?
Chubal's a better tank anyway.
We can get Latte Larian for that.
Yeah, we can,
I
we can
didn't
do
see
that.
Larry
I'm down.
on.
I'm gonna hit a ready check for Gruel.
Flask is ticking.
There is a way to do SSC without doing those kill the fish, boil the water. You can do it with fish in the water, and that would save a ton of time.
We wouldn't do Lurker.
No, you can do lurker. You just have to jump in and out very quickly. Like you can't spend very much time in the water. It makes it much more difficult.
They just
but-
killed Nabulu. You guys need to get over here.
Where did they kill?
Come in.
Hey, does anybody know if this ring upgrades?
Yes,
No,
with
Red
reputation from Rachel.
Eric, we're gonna fuck these guys up. Let's go.
Yes, Burself, depending on
Here.
how cute you are.
Let's get off our team. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Their team keeps
And they're
staying.
backing up. Go, go.
I think at the max reputation, it gives like a on chance effect or something. Like chance on hit does something.
Attack power.
Yeah.
I'm just tanking them all. It's perfect.
Oh, I got spell reflected. Damn.
So did Guy, I think.
That guy's running away.
This guy
nice
adoring?
Vastly.
Did he just die? I just killed him.
Damn. Look at this sweet glow on my bow.
Port to Shat.
Oh, I already traded. Where is
Stop
Johnny?
moving.
Where do we get this? Where
I'm
do we
coming,
this
Johnny.
Ooh, it is glowing.
Fucking nasty, dude.
Not even.
Congrats on your loots, friends.
You gonna say enchanted? Because I don't enchant it.
What? Where do we
Also, be
choose?
careful about accepting the ring quest. Like, look at the rewards before you complete, because it'll lock you into that ring.
You can't change it.
I think you need to be exalted or something. So, similar to the Violet Iron.
We're doing Gruels, right?
I didn't see who actually was ready. So Bubbles doesn't want to do Gruels. Clips doesn't want to do Gruels. Rigo, Blender, Zach.
Clips has no choice. Rigo has no choice.
I don't know if Blender actually knows that's Gruel. So Hyjal is not out yet. Where's the quest turn in? It's running around in circles. Fuck.
Yep, I did the exact same thing.
We're still looking for the bank.
It's the person with the gold question mark.
Yeah, that's not like a normal thing. It's on the screen. I found it though.
25 agility, 37 stamina,
Thank
50
you for
attack
that,
power.
Where is this? Ooh. You all standing on it? I'm fucking lost.
I put
Yeah.
a square.
Oh my god. Oh, hello.
It's a thick stamina, man. New PvP ring.
Champion, right? Oh yeah, that is replacing something.
Can't replace for me because I need the hit. That's good.
For PvP.
Yeah. Good
if
for
you
Vash.
do not want to go to wherever it is we're going,
Cool.
yep. Go ahead and leave group so we know. Johnny, you have to go because you're mage tanking. Thank you.
I would like to mage tank this.
Do you want to?
I have fucking 10k health in my DPS gear.
With or without buffs?
Buffs, fucking course.
Where's Clips going? Where do you think you're going, Clips? Get back here.
The old Jom Gabar.
No, I'm going to White Man
Oh, he's going to White Man then.
after I eat dinner.
What a pussy.
Get that pot pie.
Fuck, I fucked it up.
Oh no.
That says I had to order dinner. It's on its way.
Thank God we weren't doing that till 10 p.m. or 11 p.m.
Holy shit! I would have.
Acid's so fucking excited. He was like falling asleep trying to read a Rudolph book to our kid on the couch like 2 hours ago. So,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why I died on that first go in. Acid just like sat there and didn't do anything.
That's what it looked
because
like.
he like fell
That's
asleep.
definitely what it looked like, yeah.
It could have been. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna deny anything.
That was a lot of work. We got her down though.
So wait, I see no shift, no Zek either.
I need 2 SRs for mag. I'll come if you really need me, but it's like people do mag rules.
Oh.
I think we should be okay.
I mean, don't you need something from Gruel's? Or no, you need the chest from Mags, right? Don't you?
No, I have the chest. I just need the head now.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Okay,
do we have
just
enough
checking.
tanks?
It's okay.
Chewable can tank.
Oh, sweet.
We need 3 tanks, right?
I mean,
I bet I
Blender
could
can
tank
pick
one
one
of
up
these fucking
too.
things. I bet.
Yeah.
Holy
Somebody
pally
said they
tank.
had a. Somebody said they had a Brat Pally that could come.
Ghidorah.
Oh yeah, bring Hillary.
Floppy, are you bringing Floppy or are you bringing?
I guess
else?
I could bring somebody else, but
Bring Shifty too.
I guess. I mean, we need me for.
Yeah, we have to do it. Well, we actually did it without you last week.
We had at least one hunter.
Warlock, yeah.
So I mean, you can bring Shifty. You care more about Shifty and getting gear. So
Nothing.
I am
good.
just trying to get my mats over for
Okay.
possible scope.
Hell yeah, dude.
'Cause-
That's sick. That's such a nice first drop too.
Oh, dude.
It's like Vash knows who.
I didn't want to say anything, but like it's like Kara and Vash just like both rewarded me just with the bow, and I never got anything else for so long. I was like, all right, please let the fates say. I'm not gonna be able to make the hardened adamantite. I need to go farming. Yucky.
I don't think I could summon yet.
Yeah.
I know there was no Yakwi. I'm like, what the fuck?
All right, well, I don't have to raid lead this one, so yay. Nothing matters. 1 sec.
One, two, three for
Dang.
summons. Oh,
Such
never mind.
balls.
Order.
I think they're. No, bitches. Let's see.
There's more coming in. Back up, back up.
Let them
Is that
all
what
go
you
inside.
want to do now?
I like how all like 12 of them have to chase you.
Oh, what about Larry? Is he on still?
He's not.
Damn, he just got off. He was just on.
This is pretty funny. I'm looking at our logs here, and like our kill attempt, we have like maybe the worst parses we've ever done, except for East Stockholm and Shadow are pretty good.
Hey, Nep, come over here.
Having a Shadow Priest today and not having one on Tuesday made a big difference for casters, especially Warlocks.
Yeah, Shadow Priest would help a lot.
Because they do 5% magic damage and 10% shadow damage extra. So it's like 15% for Warlocks on Shadow Bolts and whatever else. Watch out, Donkey, they're being a little aggro.
I think we just dive bomb them now.
Are we going outside in PvP?
We're gonna have people. We're having Horde come back to us.
I'll go out in AoE.
Yeah, you ready?
Got my bump. Wait. Let me juice up here.
Do you want me to bop you before you go out?
Yeah, like bomb me before I go out in 3, 2, go.
I got shocked. No.
Got him.
Oh, there's a lot coming in.
No bop, Baba. Here's a free freedom. I'm out. I'm back in.
Woosa!
Dude, we killed like
Oh,
8.
we want to be in now. Okay.
All right.
We're going back out, round 2.
Yeah, I
Who's
can
got
go
another
first.
bot?
No, I have bubble, so I can bait it.
Okay, and
Thanks, Neb.
3, 2, 1. Everyone out, go.
Sorry, I don't have the mats to make my scope right now, but I'll do it.
Res. Get the resers. I bubbled. Keeping Vastly up. Nope.
You guys were in the tunnel.
I'm going in.
I'm in.
Alright, I got a bop in 60 seconds.
Okay, I have cooldowns back up. Okay.
All right, we'll meet you. Keep pushing.
All right, and everybody ready? We're kind of going down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go.
Oh, that fear sucked. That was a bad fear.
You guys are all inside the portal and everybody's dying outside.
Hey, we should
Going in.
run
Go.
Oh, I got killed. Fuck these guys.
Back in.
Bop in 30.
Drinking. Cooldown's
This
up
is
in
a good
30.
celebratory thing to do tonight. I agree. So great. I mean, I've died once and I've gotten 15 kills, so it's worth it.
Oh, Shadow made it in.
Shadow barely makes it in.
One more
Okay,
for the push.
We're going out in
There's a
Push the
12
cards.
seconds. Do we have a bop on me?
Yeah, Bob's ready.
Okay, we're going out in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and
See you around.
Are you guys pushed out?
Hello.
Nice, got the priest that I hodged. Finish the Tauren!
Oh, you're going down.
Come on,
Use
get him.
Slumus, guys.
Execute! Ah!
Oh, he's dying to dots. He's dying to dots.
Who's this red fire and
I think that was it.
And
All
we
right,
clean them out.
and we have control.
Deadbolt prevails again. One house, you know you want to take us into some Warsong Gulch now.
If you think he's still here,
He's listening.
He's not.
He's always listening.
He's eating.
He's always listening.
eating his words about fun.
What can I do for you? Light bless you.
Beautiful.
So from the looks of this, we have four healers.
Easy.
Easy. I've seen people one heal this.
Yeah, I could one heal this. Let's go.
Who needs a summon?
Or should I actually focus on healing?
1, 2, 3 for summons.
No, do damage. I bet this is very easily 3 healable, and we have 4.
Any blessing that I should do, Farfred? I don't know.
Oh,
you have
Blender's
three
the
bottles, right?
gadget. Let's
Yeah,
go.
do you have imp anything? Imp, might, or wisdom?
No, I have nothing. No kings, no imp.
Nothing? Okay, do south.
Wait, Blender's still at gadget, Zan.
He's AFK.
He's
Okay.
AFK.
And Hillary can do sanctuary because we have two prots, I think.
Shish kebab. Okay. No, Hillary will do might and wisdom.
Okay, I'll sanctuary.
Hillary or Hilliary?
Hilliary will do might and wisdom. Chewable will do salve for everyone and light for the tanks. And I will do might and wisdom.
Hi, Liari.
I mean, I'm doing kings. Sorry, I'm misspiking. I'm the only one with kings, so I got kings. Chewable, I have less faith in to do the harder task of knowing who gets might and who gets wisdom. Very difficult task. So I'm putting him on salve.
Yeah, I'll just override with blood on the tanks. I don't have any symbols. Fuck.
You piece of shit!
I was doing strat farming and I emptied my bags. Everybody's getting 10-minute buffs.
Damn, I really wish I could have made a scope before we got here.
Link your unenchanted item, please.
Fuck yeah, I will for you, dude. Here you go.
Wow, really? No enchant.
You know,
No,
I can't
no
wait
blow.
until Clem links that log to us, and it's gonna be like no enchant.
Oh yeah, I can't wait till he links the log and you guys see I was wearing my fucking boots for Vash. Killed.
Rigo, Halaskin, or his brim hat.
Are you guys pulling roll right now or pulling trash?
Trash.
Oh dude, Gruel, he's already dead.
Give me a summon whenever.
We decided to give Rat Boy DST over you.
I figured
Maybe some aggro horde outside. We did push. We did.
I'm on my way. Sorry, I had to put the girl down. I didn't know we were doing more.
Oh, you don't say it like that.
Well, yeah, we're getting you a fucking DST.
Neither Farfred nor I died in that awesome PvP skirmish.
Oh, Rat Boy thinks it's his DST.
I'm sure Ratboy has seniority.
I'm out here for summon.
That is true.
I'll come out.
and if I do
Oh
end
shit!
up
It
sticking
has
with
me on follow
arms,
though.
it's
Oh
much
yeah,
worse for me.
Chewable, you gonna be my ex guy?
Sure, yeah, I can pick him up.
Alright, I'm gonna pull here.
So Floppy, get the bow.
You did?
Yeah.
Did. I won the roll.
Oh, we can't zone in while you guys are in combat.
And I will say, big ups on the bow, but what a terrible model.
I know. I wish it was Sun Fury. I wish it was the other way around. Sun Fury is such a good-looking bow.
Yeah, your bow looks terrible.
Doesn't it?
All right, I'll take it. I'll just give it to
It's like
me.
someone tied a bunch of rocks together.
It's skulls.
But you can't see that.
Whoever designed that one hated hunters.
The 0.1 difference is
Oh, they're in combat. He can't get in.
You can
Death
go right.
coiled you. What's that? No, the sword came through and like death coiled Blender.
Dude, you can't
but couldn't
laugh.
zone in.
You can't laugh or spit on people.
You can't spit on them.
You can laugh at them, but you cannot spit on them.
Took it out because it was toxic.
This entire game is toxic.
All right, you guys figure out what's happening with
This game's
tanking
nothing
these
compared
things.
to Dota. On the toxicity level.
Is there any chance we can get Might over Sanctuary?
No, I'm done explaining buffs. No. You can talk to your individual paladin for that.
Floppy, who do you?
I think
who
it's
do you
Hillary.
guys
Is
think?
my individual paladin.
Hilla, Ari.
Wait, what'd you say? I heard my name. What do you need me to do?
Who do you tank? Like who's the guy who tanks?
Best start asking, you can eliminate one of them.
I'm gonna tank.
Yeah, I'm doing
Green.
salve. Jubal's doing salve.
X is gonna be. How many tanks do we have? Holy
They
shit!
have no idea how to buff people.
Three.
Who else? I have
Hillary and Chewable.
Chewable gets X. Hillary, whatever the fuck, gets Skull. I'll get Triangle. I need one Warlock with me. My 2-inch be pumping with me. Cathark do the job that Clem does with the dog. And then Baba, you said you wanted to do Moon?
I don't know. Big Dick Johnny looks like he's in the appropriate
He's ready to roll.
corner.
All right,
Yeah.
Johnny's got it. Hit Hilary, you're gonna be Skull.
Misdirecting X to who?
Chewable.
True, got it.
Crispy,
off tank.
you're pumping with me on green.
We'll worry about that later.
Okay.
Are Shifty here?
No.
Shifty? Hello?
It's not gonna happen, Blender.
Hold on, you gotta wait for Johnny, by the way, before
I
you
know.
do that pull.
Johnny, wait. Johnny, wait. Johnny, wait. Johnny, wait.
That's okay. That's okay.
Holy shit.
Oh no.
All right, Johnny, when you're ready.
I'm the only pally with King's Mic, so I'm giving Kings to everyone. And I'm not responsible for these alt pallies that don't know what to do.
We do have pally power though.
Oh, Shadow, you're here on Shadow. I didn't realize that. Crispy, you could just pump. Never mind.
I'm on both.
I heard a hero, so might as well hero. Kurt. Kurt, why do you hate me? Kurt!
I just don't know what you want from me, man.
Oh, hero.
Say what you want.
Oh yeah, right into the whirlwind, baby. Home run.
Dude, putting that bow to good use in the dirt.
Hell yeah,
Nice
look at that
salute.
50.
Nice salute. Chili inner, baby.
I got a home run hit.
Will Floppy still crack the top 10, even though there's only like 10 DPS in this, right?
Yeah, I'm number 5 right now, but I would stop it.
I have no room to talk. I died in the first 8 seconds of our Vash kill.
I saw it and I was like, I'm just gonna let it. We're just gonna let it happen. It's gonna be okay. I'm glad that we made that rule because we needed you for phase 3, and you know, you had a probably better mana than you would have without going in. You know.
Actually, I did. Yeah, I was like full mana phase 3.
Get out of there, Johnny. The melee mage.
The fucking melee guy.
Oh, mage melee in there.
He's got a Sam gear on. Let him be.
14k health. Look at that huge dick.
Anybody for this male helm? Shamans for off spec or main spec or.
All right, alt pallies. Whoever's supposed to give me might now that the fight's over, please.
Jubal's doing salve. It should be Hillary giving might and wisdom.
Warrior priest druid token. Anybody?
Unless you're gonna take that for.
It was gonna be
Raging
for off
Set.
spec, but you can have
Yeah,
it.
No, do it. I
No,
think
it's okay.
I have to compare what my merciless is, but whatever. I'll take it if.
You can have it. It's fine.
Okay.
I like how Floppy dies, so now he pops all of his cooldowns.
Paladin
I had
rogue
my
shaman.
cooldowns. I just didn't have hero with them.
Is there a Hilliary that gives wisdom in this raid?
Only sank.
Congrats,
Thank-
Hilliary.
Okay, thank you, Hilliary.
I got light sick.
Nice.
Oh, acid!
Fuck.
His pally power's all fucked up. Oh, woof. Nice Bob Wilcox.
This is gonna be like when we killed Kale,
Hydro.
and we're gonna go to a much easier boss. It's gonna be a
Hydro.
nightmare.
We already
Yeah.
mentioned that. It was
We already
said.
mentioned it. Yeah. They're like, please, no hydro.
So yeah, who we have an off tank?
I can
Jewel
off
knows.
tank if you need.
I should res Neb at one point too. Poor guy.
Hey, what we didn't. I'm sorry. Neb, I'm sorry.
We got 2 prop pallies. One of them can main tank. Who's stepping up?
I'll main tank. I got avoidance cap. Or
He's got the Bis shield. That's all you need.
uncrushable.
Yeah, fuck Bubbles.
What?
Man, he helped us
There he
out.
is.
Oh.
Oh, Rat Boy. Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Bubbles, do you even miss us a little bit or not?
Wow, and Rat Boy gets
Why do
res
you think I
before
played
Neb.
Nice.
Because you missed Shadow, or he bribed you.
Bribed him with love.
I'm
Fucking
so
Floppy's
happy
gonna be
you.
there.
I'm so happy you came Bubbles.
Yeah, that was cool to be able to get down Vash. That's
You didn't
where
work
I
on her?
stopped playing.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was cool to be able to get down Vash.
That's where I stopped playing.
Mic drop.
Pick it up right where you
He's like,
left
I'll
off.
see you guys in Mount Hygel.
You gotta pull it back here. Like way back here.
Yeah, we'll see you in Mount Hygel, Bubbles.
Yeah.
I'll need you for that.
First art, come on, Kale.
Well, I need to get another Vash and kill.
Oh, Johnny. Oh, Johnny.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Probably just remove the attunement right away anyway.
I don't know. That ring is good.
Yeah, did you check out the upgraded version? It has a proc.
Yeah. Attack power.
Is it an Atlas loot? I don't know what it is.
Band
Maybe.
of Eternity, something of Eternity.
It would be under Keepers of Time, probably.
No,
No.
the other one. Sand, whatever.
Scale of Sands. Yeah, there you go.
Is it friendly?
Yeah, it's friendly right now.
We get a res on Sarah.
50 AP? What a dog shit item.
60 attack power, chance on hit to increase your attack power by 160. 29
Yeah.
agi, 43 stamina.
Well, the friendly one is trash can status, so.
95 spell.
I mean, the friendly one is actually this PvP for me.
It is pretty good PvP, I'll give it that. Lots of stamina there.
Yeah, a lot of AP.
Sarah, at least we didn't pull and leave you dead, okay?
You almost did.
Nice, I got sank again.
This .1 swing timer is definitely a little different.
Takes me used to.
Oh, I got feared.
Do you have to hit the macro
taking the
harder
priest.
or lighter?
I don't macro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting cleaved.
Just need a sweet little 4 set to go with it, and we'll be really pumping.
You have a 4 set.
I do not have a 4 set.
You said 4 set.
We're in
not
4 set
skin.
right now.
You know what I mean. 4 set next year.
Foreskin.
Not blue dungeon gear.
You don't like your blue dungeon gear anymore?
I'm kind of sick of my blue dungeon gear. I've had it for quite a while, so I'm pretty tired of it.
Alright, so chewable main tanking.
Fuck. No.
Okay.
Oh, what? Come on,
You can-
dude. He's
All right,
ready
chewable.
for
I'm,
it.
So Blender's gonna off tank.
Am I off tanking?
You'll probably be fine.
Alright, let me put on some gear. Wait, do I
Acid
need to wear
gonna
tank
pump?
gear? How hard
I
is
don't
it?
think you need to.
Is
If
acid
you,
just
if you got the
gonna
timer,
pump?
just put a shield on for when the hateful comes.
Nah, dude, Chewable can fucking all off tank. He may think
Yeah,
it's
Blender,
fine.
you don't need to off tank.
Okay, I was kind of excited, but alright.
Nah, dude.
I'm thinking you'll end up off tanking Wonder.
I'll go D-stance when I'm off tanking and just pump. If I die, I die.
So what are we doing?
Chewable's main tank.
Chewable.
And
Okay.
Blender's gonna try to take over aggro of me, and probably will.
Who has sanctuary or salve? Can I get wisdom
Nice.
instead of that? Instead of wisdom or sank, it doesn't matter.
You should message Hilliary directly.
Great.
Yeah, I can give her wisdom. I don't. She doesn't need
It
that.
didn't matter. It either buff. I don't need salve.
What does Belly Power do? Is it you just click? Does it?
It gives you light instead of might.
Wait, I don't understand it.
The same thing all add-ons do. They make you worse at the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really playing the game to buff people. It's just assignments that. I mean, you can actually like post it to raid as well. If you don't have to do the buffs through Belly Power.
It's okay. We're just gonna kill Gruul and then we're all gonna do things.
Farfet's scared off bubbles. I'm telling you. It's 'cause
All
of
right, Chewable, you ready?
Yeah.
Misdirect on Chewable. This feels gross. Wait 30 seconds. All right, pop hero. Actually, fuck it. Kurt, we'll get ours when the next one.
15 seconds. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Innervate's good.
Coming. It's just me.
Shifty's gonna die to collapsing rocks.
I was wondering, like, my add-on was going off. I'm like, what screen is that on?
Thanks for that sweet buff. I appreciate it. Oh, we're dead.
Maybe.
Big heals to Blender.
Blender.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I guess I don't have the threat to do it again.
Hydros. Hydros. We can still try to pump. I mean, why not, right? Just it's unchewable. Whoever's gonna
You guys
get
can do it.
With no DPS.
I don't know.
Don't do it, Kurt. Don't do it.
I heard you can heal bosses to death.
That bow's gonna put in work.
I'm going.
He's going to run out of arrows though. He's going to have to melee.
No, I have so many in my bag.
Whoa, he off tank, fucking taking that shit like a
Heal up, Vohi.
There's only so much time.
Kiliari's
We have
taking
2
the
prop
hits.
polys.
Just run out Vohi every time he's about to do it. No,
And
never mind. You gotta edge his melee range and bounce when he looks at you.
Alright, well, I think Hillary's the only melee left, so you should be soaking him.
Where is this person?
Where is he?
It's funny because if you look at melee range, you can see what happened.
I mean, you can see him right there. He's right there. He's a big ass fucking ogre.
Rat girl asking
Nice.
questions about WoW.
Taking that hateful swing.
Ah, you heard her in the back?
Of course.
Where is this
Rat
person?
girl.
Rat girl.
I don't know, but I like her voice.
Any innervates in the chat?
Mine's already gone.
Yeah, let me give you it. Oh, sorry, I only have a two arcane in buff. I
I'm still
can't. I
conscious. She
can't.
doesn't want to talk.
Aw.
And we're done.
Oh.
Waving my right arm at her because this is what I can do with my time right now.
Oh, all right.
Dude, you're
Let's
dead.
just
Okay, well,
go to the
Acid's off the
door.
town
What's
now,
up
so
with
he
your
might
other
be able
arm?
to do his job.
Go to the door and die. Not
I
me.
mean,
It's released, don't we?
No.
I think
yeah.
it's just I can't hold threat from T5 pumping with heroism.
Yeah, just
So
let
I think
Blender
it's
do
probably
it.
better if it's anything.
Acid main tank, blender, sank in. It's super easy.
I mean, I can off tank. It's not a problem with doing that.
Oh, nice.
It is because you have
If
to
Bl-
make threat. That's
You
what
have to be the
Blender
second
matches
highest
me, he'll
threat,
take it
though.
Have the
anyway.
mana to generate enough threat as
You need
off tank.
Yeah, I can put my threat gear on instead. I just have less avoidance.
You don't need avoidance.
Ah, good.
Yeah, for
weapon
off tanking.
roll. Feels good now. Ready.
I don't even think you can avoid the hatefuls, can you? Or can you dodge the hatefuls?
You can
Acid?
dodge them.
Who are you talking to, Acid?
One of my managers. She,
What do you want?
Couldn't figure
His
out.
girlfriend.
She couldn't figure out how to set the alarm. Apparently.
Do we need to release or are we resible?
I released because I'm not waiting for fucking 18 reses.
Reichert's just sitting with a DI up. Oh, because the gate's still closed.
Yeah, I was waiting to see what the gate was gonna fucking do.
Now the gate should open. I would wait too. Do you have totems down or anything? Do you have totems?
No, 0.
Somebody try to zone in. If somebody zones in, you should be able to because should be out of combat. But
People were able to zone in.
Is the gate still closed?
Yeah.
Get summons over there then.
we don't have anybody's. I guess, but
I mean, we've
So
talked.
don't zone in.
I'm clicking it off. I'm gonna see what happens.
It's a new mechanic. You only get one try to grow for a perma lock.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the old rag, 1 hour and then he's gone.
Yeah, he still has his growth stacks.
we're unnerfing him.
Hard mode has been activated.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Wait, before everybody keeps zoning in, if the gate's closed, we don't want to have to keep making people
Res,
summon.
Cathark, do not zone. Blender.
You might want to go die, Reichert.
Oh my god, everybody's just running in anyways.
Yeah.
Greetings. Daylight's burning.
I'm not in combat.
Kurt, get naked
No,
first.
but you can't get in because the gate's shut.
Summon me inside.
But that's the thing, everybody's zoning in, so she's not gonna have enough shards to summon.
Reichert's going to die. Maybe the gates will open, you guys.
Has shards.
I can bring my warlock if we need summons.
What if somebody who's alive inside the room runs up to him right now and
That's what-
dies?
Yeah,
That's what he's gonna do.
Believe.
Come and die.
A door.
Oh, it's open!
Wee.
All right, res me.
He lost his stacks though. That sucked.
Damn it.
Could have been hard mode.
Don't worry, challenging. I got you. He's AFK. He's AFK. God, now we're never gonna fucking know.
Can he crit his strikes? Do I need to be defense capped?
Hi, you're a tall one.
I don't think he can crit on this. It's a set amount of damage.
Somebody try to res challenging to see if he's got a pending res.
Just got a scroll of strength off of King Malgar.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Big day.
Hey, challenging. Did you have a res from Floppy or no?
Floppy.
Hell yeah.
Hi, you're a tall one.
Great to meet you.
Good day to you.
We better get a fucking DST for this.
I'm feeling. Let's have a look. I'm feeling shield.
Sword.
Teeth.
It's gonna be a sword.
Nah. It only ever drops one off that table. I'm feeling Shuriken of Negation, Collar of Cho'Gall,
Very well then.
Druid Legs.
What is Yakui doing right now?
He's downtown too.
Is he also downtown?
So it's acid blender or chewable
Acid
hat?
blender.
Chewable's gonna try, but it's probably gonna be blender.
Yeah.
Think 12k HP is enough acid. Without
Yeah,
fort.
you should be good.
Do we have a priest? We don't even
Nope.
have a priest. Fuck.
All right, let's do this shit.
As long as you
10
swap your
seconds.
shield, it should be alright.
Kurt, I'll call
Swap
for
to
it.
shield once stacks get up.
Remark, yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I'm still drinking. It's
Hero, Kurt.
Death wishing early.
Oh.
Rat
Threat.
boy down.
Rat boy.
Yeah,
Second on threat.
I'll 100% admit I was not looking at that at all.
Yeah, I dodged some attacks, so I got no rage for a little bit. Kind of sucks.
Fuck me. Passed today, apparently.
I'm
Well, I
gonna go
guess we
shield
know
after
who's
next
not
one.
getting DST.
Yeah, fuck, based on that, I agree.
Definitely going to challenging.
I need another one.
Damn.
It's on a set timer, Mike, so you can definitely like swap your weapon.
Hi.
Alright, shield's on.
As soon as your hero is off cooldown, 3, 2, 1, pop hero. Fastly.
Intervening Johnny.
Fastly pop hero.
Shifty. If you could pick a mage. Baba has the
Yep.
lowest.
Where's Baba? There's Baba. Oh, I got sounds. Bad.
I'm here.
Alright, now you go.
Kurt, drop me an agitotem.
It's been down the entire time.
Oh. I'm just not close enough to you, I think. I'm coming! I'm not used to paying attention to it, to be honest. I can actually get an arcane in now. Oh my god.
Dude, like, how many shots did you get off on this boss?
So fucking many.
Makes a pair. Seaver double gutted. Cannon checks.
0 chips.
Also known as checking.
Oh, he straight up died.
Deuce of
Oh, well.
diamonds on the river. Good spot for a value bet.
3 yellows, 3 blacks.
Great, now Seaver's got the cannon talking all weird like him. Cannon bets 3,300.
Shield wall next
The
one.
Tony G spot right here. I'm gonna call the moose to the bluff.
Make it
Joey's
one
in a
more
Tony
slam.
G spot. That's a myth.
No.
I'm guessing Seaver probably
7
can't
seconds,
call it ace
5%.
high.
No.
No one's really been able to look up the cannon though, and I think
4.
that's getting to them.
No, rat boy.
He's not immune to
Seaver's not
damage, I
gonna
don't
be a
think.
hero. He
Fucking kill
lays
him.
it down, and the cannon
He's
wins
just not
another
gonna do it
pot.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
If you're dead, you're ineligible for loot. Turns out.
Oh, rat boy.
Yeah, no one ever calls, and you just bet. and you always
Sacrifice the
fold.
body.
Daniel's got a big mouth.
Turns out the entire threat
Gonzo
phase
has
one
already
at
won
best, so
nearly
we're gonna
$80,000 in
DST.
pots without
Rats.
showing down his cards.
Paladin, Rogue, Shaman, Pants.
Iota. In fact, the loose cannon seems to be taking it to them instead. Post flop, at least. The pros are trying to push the cannon off
Alright,
hands, but Gonzo's not folding the raises pre-flop, and he's hanging around like a deer tick post flop. Action's on Tony G.
In general, he's played a lot.
That's a good boomkin
Two
helmet,
jacks.
right?
Raises to
It
1,300.
is, I think. I don't know.
Hold
I
on a minute,
assume.
maybe.
Viffer, one jack, folds. Tony's got an actual hand for once.
Trying to see
Cannon,
what I
7-10
have.
of spades. Wants to play it, but folds. Sura folds.
So is that 13 there?
Hunter, Mage, Lock, Pants.
Rags, he's out.
Still no one's gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna play.
King 8 of clubs, he's going to play. And he calls.
Friendly. Never actually seems friendly. People say that, and then it never
Scratch,
actually ends
nab.
up friendly.
Seaver and Tony to the flop. 8 ace 9, all diamonds. Seaver checks bottom pair. Tony quickly checks behind. Jack of hearts on the turn. Tony's hand improved
Not
to
here,
a
but I'll
set.
trade it to you when I get to Shack.
Seaver checks. Tony betting out 2,000. Good time for a bet. Scott calls.
What do you got there?
Bottom pair.
And
Yeah, exactly.
River the 4 of hearts.
It looks like you.
Seaver checks. Tony bets 6,000. Seaver folds.
Turn to set.
Not a huge pot, but a tough board to get value on.
And I had a flush draw. No, I had a flush draw. I had 2 jacks. 1 red, one black.
all
That's
right.
the truth.
Grats Kurt on
Right
off
now,
spec.
Seaver can't handle the truth as he continues to spread chips around the table. See if he can get them
Kurt
back
getting
when
the
the big
DST.
game
Thanks,
returns.
guys.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, that feels so much better to have this stupid fucking blue hourglass gone. Oh my god.
Now Rat Boy's like, I'm never coming to Gruel and dying on the
been
very
since-
beginning of the fight again.
Well, I will never die in the very beginning of the fight again if I can avoid it, but the other part, no.
That was my game plan. I'm excited and got a lot, a lot
Yeah,
more
big
poker.
Congrats everyone
Keeping
on
a
your
level head,
thing.
moving forward.
We're nearly a third of the way.
Good night,
through.
everybody.
Describe
Have
to
a
me
great
how you're feeling
Thanksgiving.
right now.
I'm feeling good.
Fuck
It
yeah,
actually feels like
Happy
Thanksgiving game. The guys in the conversation. are
Yes,
saying,
happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you all for
the
coming out on an
actions
off
the
night.
same, the characters, the gameplay.
Great job
I'm very
this
familiar
week.
with this environment, so I'm just excited.
On Bash.
Keep doing well.
Great job sucking it up and going to Gruel, because look, we did get what we
Gonzo is
needed.
well on his way as he's hoping to secure a profit that'll hold up and be good enough to claim this trophy and that NAPT passport as this season's loose cannon champion.
Glad we continued our
Season 1
tradition
winner
of
Bobby the
wiping
Bus
after killing our
Ferdinand took
boss.
home over 181 grand in addition to the passport.
It's the cakewalk
but he
way.
did not get married in the Bahamas as he excitedly vowed on last season's finale.
You just go over there and tell her you've been robbing everybody. It's like, I never have a hand.
Ace Jack for the cannon.
Bet they keep folding. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Raises to 12.
I will post signups for next week here
Sir
in just a
Negrano
moment.
out.
You attacking me?
No, sir. I'm attacking the blind.
Definitely feeling like I'm being.
There will be
savage. You like being called
posted
Sir,
for
Tony G?
2 days, but likely
I
it
don't
will
mind,
just
but
be
I don't
one
know if I
day,
like it.
6:30
Tony
on
comes along
Tuesday.
with 8-4 suited. It's a pretty loose defend, but he is playing against the cannon. King, Queen, 4.
Could be a nasty term.
I feel like I have to
Tony's
go
call.
try to pug a Kara now or something. Like I'm not gonna get to try to do this until next week.
Too amped up, huh?
Kinda like I also do need Go Run a ring, so it's worth a shot.
We don't have the signet ring yet.
I have never seen it drop.
Oh, shit.
In my entire career of raiding on this character in TBC, I have seen one DPS ring drop that I can remember. It's the Ranger General one.
Hey, this runed Arcanite rod recipe, is this like a camped thing that you have to wait here to get, or is this supposed to be unlimited?
It might be a camp thing.
It's on a pretty considerable timer too.
For fuck's sake.
Are people buying them and exploiting the auction?
I'll probably just have to buy it.
What is it? Engineering?
No, it's runed adamantite rod.
It took me like 5 hours to get it last time from the vendor.
Is Shadow still here? Nah, he's gone. Okay, well, I'm putting his nature potions back in the bank.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate the good intentions. That's definitely not what I'm spending my pot cooldown on.
It kind of sucks that that's the better way to do the fight, because it feels so boring for like 5 solid minutes as melee.
It's so fucking easy. Like,
But I mean, you can't really argue with those results.
well, it's just way more uptime for the casters to be able to just stand in the middle. Like, way more.
Downloaded a weak aura. It's supposed to tell me when I'm being targeted by these bats, the one that he got. And I think it's better to just look at them. Like, it doesn't tell you super early.
I'm pretty sure you can't avoid spits on you. I've definitely moved when I'm being spat on, and it just lands under my feet anyways.
Yeah, it hits you. I think the idea is just you could move out and it wouldn't hit anyone
Yeah.
else.
I do that a lot where I try to run out to not hit the melee. But yeah, you always take that initial hit.
I was running around like an idiot then.
Well, it's good to run it out so you don't pull the whole melee group, like if you're being targeted. And then you feel like a god if a root goes off at the same time.
Be seeing you.
Feels bad as running a PvP trinket on that fight, but it's definitely saved my life every single attempt. At some point in phase 3, it saved my life. Probably be even worth it for uptime, but I never get the luxury of doing that.
I'm just sad I don't get to try to run and damage everything anymore. It's just more exciting. It makes fashion is such a just like like the highlight of my day today doing Bash was I cheap kidneyed a Strider and then I ran away when it was coming up the stairs. That was the highlight.
Yeah. I could easily handle all the elementals in one section if it wasn't just so big. Like it's not that I couldn't kill all the elementals, I just might not be able to get to like a poison, whatever they call it, tainted spawn in time if I'm like all the way across a section, you know?
Yeah.
But like it's super fucking easy.
Interest you on a pint?
I was gonna say nobody looks for Karas anymore, but apparently they want one.
They want buyers for GDKPs.
Yeah. I mean, I could do it on my druid. I'm very slowly trying to accumulate Boomkin gear, but I'm not spending.
Jilly,
a
is
lot
your
after
mage?
Fortune.
Is your mage in Stormwind, Jilly?
She can be.
Do you want to port me to Theramore?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm going to get this ring, but I am.
PvP? Are you gonna get the tank
I
one?
guess. It's an okay tank ring.
Problem is that the pop on the last one, is that going to be better than another ring that has more warrior oriented stats?
Yeah, like AP is really good for warriors, obviously, but I mean, crit is better. 29 agi though is pretty good.
What's an agi to crit for you?
22 agi? I forget. I think it's 22.
That's pretty good.
That sounds like vanilla number.
Might be 30 then, or like 29, maybe. I have my stat weight for agi, but I don't remember the agi to percentage. Thanks, Jilly. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Watch your back.
It's either 22 or 29, some weird fucking number. Because I know at 60 it's 20 agi per crit, right?
For me, it was 27 at 60, but there's different coefficients. I don't remember what it is for warriors at 60.
I think it's 20.
The question is to go PvP spec now? I mean, I just got a ring upgrade for PvP. I don't know. Gotta find something that's like worthwhile to farm.
Does anybody else stock on Terracone and want to sell it before I give my gold away to somebody on the auction house?
Nope. I don't have any.
You're a tall one.
I wish I could, but
It's okay, I just don't want to give my gold to somebody else when I could be giving it to a guildie.
No, I'm like, I do get it, but I don't have any on me now. I just have to sell it before raid each week.
You could send me all the guild you want to. Gold.
I mean, they're selling for less than 5G a piece right now, which is actually pretty decent.
Blunder, what are you doing to farm? Like, just to get money in game?
Well, I go to my job every day, and then I transfer my money to Chiners.
Say no more. Say no more. Okay, yeah, I was just curious. I see so many people showing a raid with like a full fucking stack of things. I maybe need to have a more illicit conversation about doing that in the future. I'm starting to have issues with my time.
Yeah, I just passively make money and then don't spend it on anything else.
I spent a lot of time farming a lot of gold for 2 very expensive professions, and then after I did several weeks of like massive farming, I just got over it and said, fuck this, I'm not farming anymore.
Yeah, Definitely feel that. I got all the mats for the Deep Shadow build, but I think I'm just gonna sell them,
Oh, perfect.
and that'll get me a good bit.
But I'd still say like the big issue is I dropped herbalism on my warrior, so I don't really have a good farming mechanism.
Mm.
And like if I still had herbalism, I'd probably just be farming herbs because it's really easy to farm like 200 G an hour.
Yeah, it's a very lucrative thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even have to fly around herbing. You can literally just go and kill mobs in Zangermarsh and you can like herb them.
It's actually
And
more
it's still
lucrative now than it was when I was doing it because Fel Lotus actually sell. And like selling, I use the gold tracker thing and like selling all the grays and auctioning all the shit. Like I was making 200 G an hour, no stress, like nothing.
like as long as you're a DPS class, because like as a healer, I feel like I don't do enough damage like going there and killing them because like I can't like melee them, so I have to cast and I have too much downtime drinking. But like, yes, it is very nice to just go there because you can literally just chill in a corner of the zone, killing shit and making money.
It'd probably be more like 250 now with current prices.
Wonder if it'd be worth just gearing out my feral set then. Like I have 3 tokens that I'm just holding in the bank because I don't know what I'm using them for yet.
Feral is nice to have. That was what I was carrying for an offset, but then I always made acid do everything with me, so I pretty much dropped all my feral stuff. Because I was like, this is stupid, because acid could just do melee things for me.
You have 3 tier 4 feral tokens?
Yeah.
Get chest and shoulders.
I don't have that one. I have just
Right,
legs
good night.
and gloves.
Happy Thanksgiving for
Good night.
Americans. Happy Thursday for Canadians.
Oh, thank you.
Chest and gloves then.
So you think it might be worth doing it just for the sake of farming?
The 2-piece bonus is really nice. I mean, like if you're not using them for something else, you might as well use them for that.
Yeah, I was thinking about saving them for next season, but I did all the math for like the discounted arena gear for season 3, and I'm gonna be able to buy everything and more. So
Wait,
I might.
These are. What do these have to do with what season it is? I'm confused.
Later, as the seasons go by, you can use tokens to buy items 2 seasons past.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so I was thinking about just either making like a kitschy boomkin set for battlegrounds or making a boomkin set for like honestly, I don't think this is the only fight that we're gonna run into in the rest of the rating where it's a problem that we have too much melee, and I wouldn't if I have to step out for like one fight to make it work on going a different character, I guess I wouldn't care that much.
I'm trying to think of another one that would be too much melee-ish.
Archimon.
Kinda, but you have that fall damage thing, so it's not the worst.
It's just the fire trails that run around, like, it's not
Yeah.
that bad. There's the one, like, weird face thing, but...
Reliquary, right?
The face thing, like, if it's too cluttered...
Yeah, Reliquary of Souls is what you're talking about.
Sure, I believe you.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Yeah. On the flip side of that, I suppose getting Boomkin gear is just getting Spellfire. It's literally bis through till phase 3.
Mike, do you have healing to gloves and healing to bracers?
I'd have to check.
Can you? And 6 stats to chest?
I think I have that.
Oh, I can do all 3 on record.
Yeah, have him do it.
Okay, cool.
Playing a Scrumber Lord.
Yeah, Rat Boy. If I still had herbalism, I'd be farming. It takes about 3 hours per week to farm full raid mats for me.
Yeah, that sounds like a way better use of okay, so I've been doing 2 different things. I've been doing the mining and herbing path in Shadow Moon Valley primarily because they have 2 different caves that I can go into as my on my druid and get a good amount of mining done.
What can I get for
And
you,
I've been doing the Netherstorm one because it has one cave that I can get into for a decent amount of mining. And for whatever reason, Netherbloom, while costed very similarly to Nightmare Vine, is not herbed as much as Nightmare Vine is. I guess people just get mats for what they need, right?
Yeah.
So where are you doing this, like, actually killing the mobs from?
Yeah, just the spawning glen or whatever it's called.
In Zangar on the far east or west side?
The southwest, yeah. And you
Yeah.
just kill the mobs and skin them. And you do have to have backspace. Like, if you're not selling all the grays you get and shit too, like, it's not base profitable, but you probably get like 50 gold an hour-ish from grays and stuff. And then you get Terracone, and you get Fell Lotus, and you get other random herbs, and you get Flame Caps from random spawns as well. And it, like, it all just kind of adds up to pretty good gold per hour.
Could probably do it pretty decently as a Dream State resto. And that way I can still do PvP stuff.
They die fast. I mean, they're level like 63 or whatever.
Oh, are they fucking immune to nature?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, no. I feel like they probably are.
I don't think so.
Do they take thorns damage when you hit them? If you have?
I mean, if they're anything like the ones that I farm, that's because they're both Sporogar rep mobs. Like, they get fairy fired and shit. It's nature.
Wait, is fair? Yeah, it is. Just didn't know if it was on Arcane
I
Tree.
doubt they're nature immune, but I can't say for sure. I don't play nature classes.
It's usually like wind elementals that are nature immune, or like.
Jilly.
Okay, it might be worth. I was broke as shit today. I couldn't buy scrolls, so I need something that's a better farm, or somebody to message me their illicit gold purchasing services.
Have you tried like just running around in a cave that has good mining? Like in Netherstorm.
You talk about this every time, yes.
In Netherstorm, there's one that's like Aldor rep items and adamantite mining. It's like below one of the mana forges.
No, I have not tried that.
That's a good one because those items always sell.
Oh wait, no, I have done that one. Is it the one that's full of all the flesh beast looking things?
No, they're like Gnarg engineers and
Oh, it is a different one. Okay.
a couple blood elves at like the end of each path that have like a couple arcane elementals with them that do Scryer rep randomly.
No, I have not done that.
That's where Cody grinded up in the development. It's a good spot.
Need assistance?
I don't have all the materials that I need for all of these enchants.
What are you missing?
I'm not sure. I was hoping there was an officer around Jilly or Shadow, because there's all the mats I think I need are in the G bank. I want to buy them out of the gold bank rather than pay full price on the Archnaus. Some of this shit's expensive.
You probably wouldn't be willing to go down 5 healing on the gloves, would you? Just the other one is way cheaper.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's an old world 30 healing for gloves. That's cheaper. That's, yeah, it's not that much less, but I mean, you're probably min-maxing.
I am not a min-maxer.
Oh.
There's a lot of enchanting mats in here. I want to buy some of this dust.
Yeah, if you can link me what is needed for 35 to gloves, 30 to bracers, and 6 to stats to chest, I'll see if I have any of the mats to finish any of those. But I'm guessing I'm not going to have like the large prismatic shards required for any of them. I have lots of life and greater planers, so I think I can do one of them. I think one of them is just, yeah. I don't have those 6 large pris. But I have lots of Greater Planar and Primal Life. Yeah, the Bracer and Chain I can do.
How are ya?
So the last one was gloves, right? Or did you already get them linked?
He's linked it for me.
Okay, quick man.
Off with you.
Life's in the bank. I'll get enough for the gloves, because I want to enchant those now.
Hey!
What mats do you need, Scott?
I need a lot of large prismatic shards. I need like 12.
Yeah, I've got a ton.
Invite Baba Reichert. At the bank in Stormwind.
Damn, I guess I gotta just go slaughter shit for greens.
What do you need?
I just need to grind my enchanting up. So I can get my sweet weapon damage enchants.
Interesting.
Do they give you kitty cat paw damage?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Super good. The only thing it doesn't affect is rip. Not rip. Yeah, rip.
Your bleeds.
Yeah, there's only really one bleed you use.
Huh. Is bite valued higher than what is the name of this
Rip.
stupid thing? Oh, there's two. You have two bleeds. You have the one that you put up for 8 seconds without any combo points.
Rake.
And then there's a combo point one. Rake. Thank you.
Rake is not that's nonsense. Don't ever use rake.
Rake is trash.
Yeah. You're better off just like mangling. Unless you're trying to like keep a rogue at a stealth or something.
Yeah.
But like fairy fire exists. Yeah, I don't know. You can be cloaked off though, I guess.
What do you mean?
Even
Need
with
18 large priz.
Jesus Christ.
Even with the mangle debuff, still
two.
worse.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just not. I mean, like if you have really no gear, it might somehow be useful.
Just curious. I like it. It would ignore armor and get the thing, but I guess it can't crit.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do some dungeons now.
It does like a real small amount of initial damage, I think. So that could potentially crit, I think. It's been so long since I used it.
Watch, get her back.
There was a period of time right after I boosted this character where I completely forgot that Claw existed.
Because you had Mangle for the entire time.
No, I didn't. I fucked up my spec right away. And I thought, oh, I'll get it in a level. It'll be fine. But for that whole level, I forgot that Claw existed. So I was just like, wow, my damage is trash.
Okay. And look at the world top parsing feral.
Nice.
Kitty claws.
I thought about using like this really janky blue neck.
I've
That's
the
like
finest wares
has,
in the
I think
land.
5 weapon damage on it, but you can. It's got like an on use to give your group a little bit of crit.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I'm sure.
Isn't there a weapon damage like Trinket or something that came out recently? Would that be worth a
yeah,
view?
I used that. It's Ogrilla Revered.
Qualified, he checks.
Prince.
Tony doesn't need a nasty turn. He's hit a nasty flop.
Don't bet too much.
15.
Cannon bets 1,500.
Watch your back.
Oh, no. I don't even want to raise that. Now we might end up playing a really big pot.
Check raise from Tony to 4,000. And the cannon beats him into the pot. I don't love the insta-call. Even offsuit pair outs are dirty to a straight. Ace of hearts on the turn. Cannon hits another turn.
12,000.
And Tony's betting 12,000, and again Cannon beats him into the pot.
That's not positive. Did you qualify with that ace? Wow.
He did qualify, but Tony's got flush outs. 5 of spades on the river. And that's the I missed everything sigh. Well, he does have a pair of 4s. Has missed his flush. And he checks it. And the Cannon shows him the goods.
He has an ace, which gets the money.
Yeah, I had a lot of outs. A lot of outs.
Another decent sized pot for Gonzo.
Oh, yeah, you did. Turn flush draw. I was like, what? Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Decent pot, but the pros have finally seen behind the curtain a bit.
Yeah, you got the raising with them.
So your percentage at showdown is also pretty good.
Batting 1,000.
That was the game plan. We gotta keep moving forward.
Looks like the Loose Cannon's game plan was to steal the playbook. He's out ahead of all the pros, up almost 60 large. Meanwhile, Tony G could use a timeout. Once up over 70,000, he now holds a profit just under 10K. I like where Gonzo is headed as far as the passport is concerned, but with more than 2/3 of the hands remaining, I wouldn't start booking my travel for the NAPT Tour just yet. Have you seen what they charge for change fees? Action will start on Daniel Negreanu.
No. We agreed to it.
Folds.
Did agree to it.
Yeah, I guess Fiffer doesn't lie like that, right?
Seaver's out. Tony raises to 1,500.
I had 7-8 of clubs.
Viffer finally admitting what he had in that big hand against Bobby Sura. Couple of 8s for the Cannon.
1,500.
Calls. Bobby Sura, 7-5 off, and kicks it in. Tony G may be seeking revenge for Cannon floating him on that last hand. These two are a coin flip if we see all 5 cards.
You like that?
Heads up to the flop, 6-10-7. Cannon has a gut shot in his pair, and he checks it. Tony checks. Deuce of clubs on the turn. Not a very scary board for 2 8s, especially with straight outs. Cannon bets 2,000, and Tony calls. Now it's Tony floating the Cannon with ace-jack. Deuce on the river. He can't make hands like the Cannon.
I'm a fan. Got it all figured out.
Betting 4,000. Got to give the Cannon credit for being confident enough to attempt thinnish value on the river. And again, Gonzo's got the pro in a spot where he really can't do much.
All right. I believe you somehow.
Wins again?
I hope you bluffed it.
Choose anyone.
And Tony folds.
Bottom one.
More free information. Yeah, but which 8 did he show?
Starting to question who the professionals are here.
But you can see this, you can see
Making
that.
it look easy.
2 in a row for the Cannon. Kill pot. Well, he is literally a born cannon.
He's killing us.
Cannon the Cannon continues to fire shot after shot across the bow. See if the pros can eventually retaliate after this. Remember, there's behind-the-scenes footage, bonus hands, and stats, as well as moments deemed too hot for TV on the website.
After 46 hands, our loose cannon is setting a nice pace for that NAPT passport.
So I guess we'll be seeing you after you win the NAPT passport.
Yes.
So it seems like a lock right now.
You're probably gonna end up around 400,000 is my guess.
That, you know what? Now that would be a nice payday. That would be acceptable.
With $400,000, you could buy a couple of houses, maybe even put a hotel on Park Place.
Yeah, well, he's certainly railroading these guys as the action continues with hand number 48, and it's on Gonzo. 4 deuce. Kicks it in. Sura folds. King 10 off for Daniel.
I don't know what day of the week it is.
Them's raisin chips, 1,200. King Jack. Slightly better king for Seaver.
Despite Daniel's dangerously pretty looks, Seaver's got him in jail.
And just calls.
Have you been watching?
Tony folds. Up to Viffer.
Wow. I would never fold this hand, but the new and improved Daniel.
Folds.
The new Daniel. There's a new version.
3.0.
Yeah. Wait till I lose a pot, okay?
Daniel 3.0 is crabby.
Queen Jack 7 on the flop. Daniel's open-ended. Seaver with a pair. Expect some action.
Daniel gearing up for a semi-bluff.
Makes it 2,000.
Seaver's definitely not folding.
But he'll just call.
Daniel seems nonplussed.
And we'll see a turn card. Ace of diamonds gives Daniel Broadway.
Daniel 3.0 knows how to draw. Daniel also knows that this ace would typically be a good card to bluff at, so we may see a bet here.
Daniel makes it 6,200.
Daniel may get some action out of Seaver since he picked up some outs to a straight to go with his pair. We know Scott's almost drawing dead. In fact, he cannot win the pot outright.
Seaver calls.
Daniel's got to love that while he's got the nuts.
To the river. 10 of diamonds, not anymore, and Seaver's been saved here.
Diamonds hit, but they both have the nuts straight.
Daniel checks.
Daniel's checking, hoping Scott will bet at it. It's hard for Daniel to get called by a worse hand. He doesn't want to get raised with that flush coming in.
Seaver bets 16,200.
Daniel probably can't raise.
Daniel calls. They're going to chop it up. Everyone gets their money back.
Except for Tony G and Viffer. They don't get their blinds back.
Had you for a minute.
Yeah.
Hard to hold off Scott Seaver.
Yeah, King Jack. I'm getting at least half.
Did he say King Jack or King Jack?
Joe, as far as Daniel goes, he's just not mixing it up the way he usually does.
Daniel 3.0 has only seen 19% of flops, which is quite low for him. But upon closer inspection, it's probably a direct result of having the 3 maniacs of Seaver, G, and Viffer to his left. On the other hand, while Tony G is seeing nearly half the flops, it's not paying huge dividends to this point.
So, through 48 hands, Daniel 3.0 is up 25K, while original Tony is up just 10,000. Action starts on former NBA player Bobby Sura.
How are you?
Deuce 9, no chance he plays it, folds. Negrano's out. Seaver, 7-3, folds. Tony G, Jack 8 of diamonds, raises.
Fuck, I might get a new card in the middle of the hand with him.
Viffer in the cannon called the 1,200.
Tony G's in the worst shape, dominated headed into the flop.
9-10-7, Tony G's made a straight.
Tony G flops the nuts with a redraw to the super nuts, aka straight flush.
Viffer checks, cannon checks. And Tony bets out 2,000.
Pretty small bet, wants a lot of action with a hand this strong.
Viffer's in, cannon out.
Wise fold from the cannon, Viffer also with a straight draw.
5 of spades on the turn, Tony still best. And Viffer checks. 5,000 from the G.
Is it your card?
These two have been known to do that on the big game, but not this time, Viff. Viffer's open-ended, but at best he's drawing to a chop.
Folds. And Tony's gonna drag the pot.
At a straight flush draw. A Jack of diamonds. It's unreal. A Jack of diamonds. You can choose one.
I believe you.
Sick. Beyond sick.
I'm so confused. Is sick bad or good right now? It changes like a pro wrestler.
The frustration may be getting to Tony G. See if he can finally get paid off when the big game returns after this.
What can I do for you? Keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not really in a big need for this right now, so.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. Tony G is a guy who generally likes to dictate the action and get paid off handsomely based on his reputation. While that hasn't been the case so far this week, Tony feels that his style will eventually pay off in the long run.
Well, there's a lot of people have egos today at a table, so I'm not worried about that. And if I have to take a step back and be successful this week at playing a different sort of style, I'll adjust. You know, I want to finish the week at running the table and being dominant force. That's the aim. You can't do that straight away, so you have to build towards that, to really focus, play really good poker, first and foremost, and then focus getting a knife into those people once they start bleeding, opening up those wounds, and really doing a lot of damage and pain to my opponents.
Opening wounds, damage, pain. Now I know why Tony G filled out his player questionnaire by cutting letters out of a magazine.
Now it's time for the couch cannon hand of the night. It's where we only reveal the loose cannon's cards, and you at home try to play the hand from their perspective.
It's your first couch cannon, Huff. What do you say you take a crack at it?
I don't want to look stupid. I'll just call the action.
Just kidding. Yeah, we'll leave it to the professionals.
Action's folded around to the cannon. Ace, king of hearts.
I like it so far.
Interesting.
Raises to 1400.
And he's not limping with it.
Sura's out. Negrano folding the small blind.
Time is money,
Scott
Brand.
Seaver takes a look. Will he get a walk here?
Easiest couch cannon hand ever. Ah.
And he calls.
We've seen Scott defend with a pretty wide range, so I'm not too worried.
Glad I could
Ace,
help.
jack, 4 on the flop. The cannon's made top pair, top kicker. Seaver checks.
I really like the cannon's hand at this point. He can c-bet and get some value.
2100.
That's a healthy flop bet.
Seaver's reaching for chips.
Well, it was a value bet, so Cannon probably does want to call.
Seaver calls.
He's hopefully calling with a smaller ace or a draw.
Be good.
3 of clubs on the turn.
Okay, hopefully not a draw now. I clearly don't like the fact that clubs or a wheel came in, but I think Gonzo's got to bet this to get value out of a smaller ace and to charge if he's only got one club.
And it goes check, check. Queen of hearts on the river.
It's not a great river card since Broadway just came in and any other ace paint is winning now too.
And now it looks like Seaver might bet. And he fires out 3,500.
Now that Scott's leading out, it's possible that Gonzo's beat, but I don't think he should fold, especially since Scott is capable of doing this with a smaller ace.
And Gonzo makes the call.
I got an ace. I got an ace.
Cannon shows slick.
No, you don't. He has an ace.
Scott had ace deuce.
Good ace. I have a good ace.
Or as Scott would say, ace deuce.
The cannon picks up the pot.
You ever heard the term poning?
Poning?
Yeah, poning. It's like owning, but worse.
It's like embarrassing. It's like you're getting embarrassed.
It's like anyone else would be losing far more every single hand I've played.
Looks like Scott Seaver may be taking issue with the term pwn, but after 52 hands, Gonzalez Cannon, the loose cannon, is up 72,000 smackaroos. He's holding over these guys, and he literally cannot lose a hand.
Action on Daniel.
Fun tattoos. You can get freak on your neck. Or what do you have on your side?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Look, it depends what kind of jail too.
I tell you that.
That's like a jail tat.
Daniel's out.
You have no idea.
He's like,
I should tell the story. It's a good story, actually.
Okay.
Is this the wager story?
No, this is not the waitress story. But this is a good story.
Cannon raises.
It is about a girl.
Couple of 5s for Sura. Calls.
A girl that I love very much, beautiful girl, comes home one day with Viffer tattooed on her wrist.
Flop is 3-8-6.
Sura's pair is best.
And she's like, baby, look what I got. So, you know, beautiful girl, love her. Lived together for a year, you know, she's talking about marriage and everything else.
Cannon bets 1,400.
I'm like, no, baby, I'm not ready for marriage, you know, everything else.
Not ready. When are you going to be ready?
I know Sura's tight, but he can't fold here for one bet.
He doesn't. He calls.
So she says, well, can we at least get matching tattoos or something? So I thought about it.
You got your own name on your neck because of her?
It matches.
To the turn, 6 of spades.
It's matching.
You didn't get her name? I think she meant matching tattoos.
Got him. Got him. That's just a classic got him right there.
I bet the waitress story is better.
Cannon checks.
Cannon slowed down, so if Bobby liked his hand on the flop, he should still like it now.
Bobby reaching for chips. $2,000.
There, Daniel.
I want to see.
Good bet. Put you on a 6 anyway.
Cannon folds.
She must have loved you.
She still does.
Oh,
I
she's still
hope.
with you? Yeah. Oh, okay, nice.
Well, I hope. Maybe
She's got
not.
Viffer right here.
You have a girlfriend?
Wow.
Unintentional burn.
Man, the needles are flying.
And she wanted you to get your name on yourself instead of her name?
Well, that was debatable.
A little more clear.
What's her name?
Alyssa.
Alyssa. That would have looked good on you.
Yeah, but
Victor looks a little
you know, like.
All things considered, I think you made the right.
And then she goes, baby, what happens if we ever break up? I say, that's your dog's name, you tell people.
If you break up, you'll be lucky if she only compares you to a dog.
Seaver folds. Tony G, who raises. Viffer calls. Cannon's out. Sura's out.
Now we can switch cards. See, now I got position. We can go for the switches.
Viffer and Tony always trying to switch.
Uh-oh, no talking.
And no switching.
8 queen jack on the flop. Tony's made 2 pair, but Viffer's made a bigger 2 pair.
This exact thing happened last night, only Viffer was the one on the business end.
Wow. Insta.
Tony bets and Viffer insta calls. Oh, 8 on the turn and Tony's filled up.
Tony G makes his date with an 8.
7,000 from Tony.
Viffer's smile may have faded a bit, but he probably still likes his hand.
And he's in trouble. He makes the call.
Viffer's going to need to hit a queen or a jack.
But it's a 10 of hearts on the river.
What have you got? 30, 40.
Tony wants it all.
25.
It's a 25,000.
This bet is meant to induce Viffer to just stick it all in, and I think that would be a bigger possibility if it weren't for this board texture. There's a 4-card straight out there, trips, Broadway. Top 2 pair is basically a bluff catcher. No worse hand is ever value betting. And the only draw that missed is spades.
Still a tough spot for Viffer here. He is up against Tony G.
What you got there? 2 pair. Not 8s. I don't have 2 pair 8s.
Yeah, I hope it's not slow rolling me.
Tony's trying everything he can to trick Viffer into calling.
And he lets it go.
Pretty solid fold from the Viffer.
Good for the game, showing the bluff.
So Tony G drags another pot, but not as big as he expected.
Showing bluff is good for the game. Just saying.
Tony flopped it.
He flopped it and turned it.
Happy to pick it up.
After that hand, I'm thinking Viffer won't be getting Tony's name tattooed on his neck anytime soon. The big game continues after this.
I'm feeling great. Things are moving along. I'm executing my game plan, so I'm feeling real good.
Predictions?
I walk away a big winner. That's my prediction.
Welcome back, as a very confident Gonzalez Cannon now sits on a healthy profit of nearly $70,000.
Gonzo only has 150 hands to execute his plan, as this season the loose cannon does not have the option to return to try to win more.
And the action's on Viffer. He'd like to win a little. He folds. Queen 4 of diamonds for the cannon. Calls 400.
When you're on fire and can't lose, limping with hands like this suddenly seems like a great idea.
Action folds to Scott Seaver. King 6 suited.
I saw it.
And he called.
18-1.
Tony's got them both dominated.
And raises to 2,200.
Cannon's got to decide if he wants to light $400 on fire or $2,200 on fire.
He goes with 400.
Not there, not that time.
Scott's call would be pretty loose out of position, but he knows Tony doesn't really have to have much to attempt a squeeze here.
And he calls.
Scott knows. He wants to be invited back. Forced to see the flop.
Flop is ace-6-3, a couple of spades.
Seaver way ahead now.
Checks.
He may not know he's ahead.
5,000.
Tony's bet 5,000.
Pot size c-bet from Tony. Now generally once you call a 3-bet and hit a pair, some would say you have to call the flop.
Not this time. Seaver dumps it.
Scott Seaver folded the best hand. He had Tony reverse dominated.
Tony just blew Seaver off the hand there, which is not surprising since he's been the most aggressive player post-flop so far this week.
Taking a look at the current aggression factor calculations, Tony G is at a whopping 14.0. That continuation bet got it done for the G against Seaver, who surprisingly ranks second to last at 1.2. Though less surprising when you realize he's on the right of a guy whose aggro factor is 14.
Now, perhaps that poning Daniel referred to earlier has affected Seaver's play a bit. And the action's on Daniel. Queen 10, and he folds. Seaver, 9-7, out.
Rags for Tony. No such thing in G-land.
Raises to 1,500. Action back on Gonzalez, cannon. King-Jack offsuit.
The general rule is to 3-bet or fold when you're out of position.
He's gonna call.
Well, the cannon's been doing just fine so far. What do I know?
Sura folds, heads up to the flop.
Me and Tony G.
Just the two of us.
7-6 on the flop.
Cannon misses, but has the best hand with king high.
Tony with a gut shot. Cannon checks.
Tony's got a gut shot to a 6-card straight, and we know his pairs are live.
It's worth 3,000 to him and to the cannon.
Cannon floats out of position more than trying to jump onto a wakeboard in the ocean.
9 of clubs on the turn. The cannon somehow still best and bets 3,000.
Now the cannon donks the turn, and he just so happens to do it on a hand where Tony has 4 high and the nut low.
Tony folds.
Wins every hand.
The cannon's play is unorthodox, but it's gutsy and it's working.
Should have raised it.
Can't believe Tony lacked the heart there to put the man to the test.
Yeah.
For all of his money. What happened to Tony G?
Surprised. He just came out betting there, swinging.
So the loose cannon continues to keep the rest of the table off balance as he finds himself with a profit of more than $72,000 after 62 hands. Gonzo is joined by Kid Poker and Tony G on the plus side of the ledger, while Seaver and Viffer continue their struggles.
These pros still don't seem to have a read on Gonzo as he's baffled them up to this point, but if Season 1 is any indication, it may be just a matter of time before the pros catch on to the loose cannon's game.
All right, guys, that's it. Gonzo.
Yes, ma'am.
2 shows down. Looks like you're the king of this table, huh?
The following program is sponsored. In this race, Daniel's the tortoise, making a steady
I'm executing my game plan. I just want to continue to do it and bring it to him. I'm not afraid.
How do you seem to stay so calm, cool, collected all the time?
I don't know. I think I get it from my father. You know, sometimes I don't let my emotions get the best of me. Sometimes I can't get irate and crazy, but I'm just focused. I'm here to play my game. This is the big game. I'm a loose cannon, so let's bring it.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
The loose cannon is staked 100,000. 3 of hearts.
But I do qualify.
Don't you wish you had done it now?
No.
Calls. Cannon calls.
We're all pretty tense here. We're all financially trying to hold on to what we've got.
Sura folds. Daniel with 5-4.
Oops.
He's in. Seaver's out.
All right.
Seaver.
We're all a little tense
I'm
here.
not going to extend myself anymore.
Oh, Seaver folded for 400.
I'm shocked they got checked. I'm shocked they got checked.
Yeah, okay.
9-3 queen, a couple of clubs. Daniel misses and checks. Tony checks middle pair, and Viffer checks bottom pair.
Check.
Cannon's good with a check as well.
No one wants this pot getting any bigger with these pieces of cheese.
Turns the jack of clubs. Daniel checks.
Tony already had the best hand, picked up a ton of outs to improve.
He checks.
Check.
Viffer checks, and it checks around.
92% equity for Tony in a three-way pot, not bad.
King of clubs on the river, and Tony's made a straight and a flush.
That's now 100% equity.
And he checks it. Viffer checks to the cannon.
3,000.
He's not afraid to bet it. Makes it 3,000.
The cannon's trying to steal this, but I don't think he's going to get Tony G to fold the third nuts.
You know there's a flush out there, right?
I believe I do.
I fold.
Whoa.
Like Daniel said, what happened to Tony G?
The pros are giving mad credit to the cannon all week.
This feels like the time that he's...
I have so much sympathy.
Even Viffer's got him beat with a pair of threes.
It feels like the time, though, that it could be good.
It is good.
I have a lot of sympathy.
It feels like, I'm not, I mean, but if...
But he folds it.
I just folded the third nuts, so...
Wow.
10 of clubs.
You did not fold the 10 of clubs. Yeah. Why? Why does no one want to see him look him up?
I would
Because I know I'm beat. I don't know. What's the point? Put 3,000 in?
Because he's so nitty, he never bluffs, probably.
Yeah. I don't think he would bluff there in that. I don't know. It doesn't feel like he was bluffing. So if he's bluffing us here, I mean, this is phenomenal.
And Cannon the Cannon has got these pros befuddled.
Here are the rules of the big game. Each table lasts exactly 150 hands. The action pre-flop is pot limit and then no limit after the flop. Blinds are 2 and 4 with a $100 ante, all of which is paid by the player on the button. And every player begins with at least 100,000 but can rebuy for up to 500K.
A winning loose cannon, however, does not have the option this season to come back for a second week.
I can't win.
I think you can.
Well, this cannon's got Tiger Blood action on Gonzo. 10-4. Folds.
I don't know him here.
Bobby Sura so still he could hide from a T-Rex.
Action on Seaver. 4-6.
Well, entertain us with stories then.
Folds.
Make yourself useful.
They're not made for TV.
Neither are Viffers. That doesn't stop him.
Action on Tony G. Ace-8.
1,200.
Raises to 12. And Viffer calls.
Viffer's dominated, but he's actually in position small to big.
2 players to the flop. 9, Ace-9, and Viffer is not dominated anymore. Flops trips.
Top pair versus trips. This is pretty unlucky blind versus blind.
Tony bets 2,000 and Viffer calls.
Playing it slow.
7 of clubs on the turn. Tony's still in real bad shape. He checks it. And Viffer checks.
Oh, is there?
8 of clubs on the river. Full house.
That 8 doesn't improve Tony's hand at all, but it does change the board texture quite a bit.
Tony's firing 6,000 into Viffer.
Viffer's filled up, but the club is going to kill some of his action.
The only real question now is how much will he raise?
WWDDR.
2 fisting it to 24,000.
There's plenty out there that could beat Tony.
That is not good.
Tony dumps his 3 pair. Viffer's going to take a decent-sized pot. Tony G got away relatively unscathed, thanks in large part to Viffer, who's still down more than 52,000.
While Viffer's 30% VPIP puts him middle of the pack, he's really burning himself post-flop. Vif's table low aggro factor of 0.9 shows that he's been extremely passive and isn't building pots, which likely explains why his wins at Showdown have been a paltry $7,200.
That's not a usual response you get? Yeah. People look at you and go, oh!
From the ladies.
The ladies go, whoa.
What about the people in prison?
Guessing they also go, whoa.
Action on Bobby Sura, 6-5. He's out. Daniel folds. King, Ace King. Big slick for Seaver. Raises to 1,200. Computer hand for Tony. He calls.
Suited.
Viffer calls, and the cannon's out.
How much would you pay? How much would they have to pay you to spend a year in prison?
I don't know enough about prison to answer that, but...
3 to the flop. 8-8-6.
Depends what type of prison. Minimum security, medium, maximum?
Medium security.
Viffer checks, as do Scott and Tony.
1 year in protected custody. Let me see.
Not protected.
Yes, it would be.
To the turn. 7 of spades. Tony makes a pair.
As soon as they steal my store, I'd be like, hey, hey, guards.
Daniel will just have a little bell he'd ring.
Viffer checks. So does Seaver. Tony bets 3,000.
Tony G has quietly turned the best hand.
Viffer's out.
Ace King will sometimes be the best hand in this spot. Not now, though.
Seaver calls with the ace high. But will he win with it? River, the deuce of diamonds.
No help for Scott.
Checks. Tony bets 5,000. And Scott quickly calls.
8s and 7s.
If Scott thought ace high was good on the turn, there was a good chance he was good on the river.
And Scott sheepishly mucks his cards as Tony G drags a pot worth more than $20,000.
Meanwhile, Scott Seaver is in a prison of his own.
The Scott Shank redemption. Don't go away. Big game is just taking off. Welcome back to the big game. We're on hand number 68 of the 150 for the week.
If you had $2.5 billion or $4 billion, is your life changed at all?
Yeah, here's the difference. We're sitting at the poker table and we're talking, and there's a few guys with like 500 million, 600 million, and one guy that's like a multi-billionaire. And the one guy goes to the guy with 500, 600 million, he goes, well, what's the difference? And the billionaire goes, your yachts, you got your Picassos, you got all this, your art, your airplane's nicer and everything else.
Daniel folds, Seaver Jack 10, raises.
What, do you have a point to this story?
I do have a point to this story.
Huh? I've got like a gold-plated airplane.
The other guy goes, forget about that. He goes, you could get caught cheating on your wife more.
You can get caught cheating on your wife more?
Because it don't hurt as much.
Viffer in the cannon call.
Well,
what? That's silly.
Well, the way you really said it was not as,
PG?
Yeah, I gave you the PG version of it.
Oh, so that's why the story sounded so weird, like watching Die Hard on cable. Yippee-ki-yay, monkey fooler.
2-6 ace rainbow on the flop. Cannon checks.
Cannon checks a gut shot.
Seaver checks. Viffer bets top pair. Cannon quickly calls with his gut shot.
Very loose call from the cannon.
Seaver folds. The two guys with the most nicknames to the turn. King of spades.
Well, the cannon's halfway to backdoor spades.
Cannon checks. Now Viffer slows down and checks.
Not sure why Viffer checked, maybe for deception.
6 of hearts, misses the cannon.
Check.
He checks.
Somehow the cannon knows this isn't the best spot to try to make a play.
And Viffer bets out 15,000.
Which is almost twice the size of the pot, a huge overbet. And the cannon's got nothing.
Hit that 6, huh? Bet with the 6 and hits it on the river.
Gonzo's got the second nut low. He's selling the Viffer on a tough laydown.
I believe it.
Cannon folds. And Viffer's going to drag a pot worth almost 24,000.
I could not have a 6 with that.
Sure you can. Jack 6 of clubs, very playable hand.
And he gets him to give away the information. Maybe Gonzo's a genius.
So it is possible to beat you a pot. Okay.
Yeah, when he has 5 high.
You gotta bet 15 into 4.
Slam it.
Action will start here on Viffer. 9-10. Out. King Jack of diamonds for the cannon. Raises.
I wasn't soliciting to come on here and lose my money to you guys at all. Trust me.
Oh, what? Hey, oh, hey, sorry, forgot you were there, Bobby.
8-7 for Daniel.
Daniel is in position.
He gets frisky and raises to 4,000.
Daniel likes attacking the cannons, and that's what he's doing with this move.
Seaver and Tony G fold, and the cannon calls.
With no hesitation, the cannon calls OOP, which is actually 3/4 of the way to oops.
2 players to the flop. 8-3-9, 2 clubs. Daniel makes a pair. The cannon checks.
This pot's already mighty big. Will Daniel pump it up some more with a C-bet?
Nope, he checks. Turn the 8 of hearts, and Daniel's made trips.
We've seen the cannon lead a lot of turns. This would be a bad time to get aggressive.
But he does it anyway, bets 6,000.
If Daniel didn't hit that 8, this would probably be a good card to bluff at, but as it stands, the cannon is drawing stone dead.
And a healthy raise from Daniel to 19,000.
The size of this raise tells me these guys don't really have a solid read on the cannon, because I'm sure Daniel would much rather Gonzo stick around, but at this point, he's really only got one move. That was the move I was talking about, into the muck.
And Daniel's going to drag a pot worth over 34,000.
That's just his 4th scoop in the last 43 hands.
And the wins have come few and far between this week for Negreanu, but Daniel knows that to be successful in the long run, you've got to stay one step ahead of your competition.
I've always been a person to say that, you know, I was never going to sit back and rest on my laurels and be the guy who's like, oh yeah, I've got this game figured out. The day you think you've got it mastered is the day you become a losing player. So in order to stay ahead of the curve, you've got to stay current, and you've got to like keep up with the changes and just the sophistication of the game. The internet poker has changed the game forever, and these guys play a much more sophisticated brand of poker, really. Bet sizing, they understand better, and the best way to get better, really, is to play online, and I've been sort of rededicated to doing that There's so many training sites and software and shows like this where people can really learn how to play very quickly.
But I think when the luck evens out, maybe I'll get the best of them in a few pots.
You know, that's not all Daniel does online. In fact, I have his browser history here. There's Fox Sports, a fantasy hockey league, a vegan cookbook, a survivor forum, Huff's Facebook page, a page about Mounties, and 1,000 Google searches for Daniel Negreanu.
And an iPad app to change the color of the lights on the stage. And the cannon's straddled here. He's going to kick it up. So the action will start on Bobby Sura. Pocket threes. He just calls.
Typically, you want to raise when you're entering pots, but if you want to keep it cheap with a baby pair, calling's all right.
Ace-9 for Seaver. Calls as well. 8-4 for Tony G.
The way I'm squeezing.
Completes.
Oh, gosh.
And Viffer calls. Action back to the cannon. King-Queen.
This would be a great spot for a raise, but it's a tough trigger to pull.
And he checks. Almost a family pot here as we go to the flop.
Daniel, the black sheep of this family.
5 Jack 9. Tony checks, as does Viffer. Over to the cannon.
Cannon's got 2 overs and a gut shot.
And he bets it, 2,000.
Daniel, you've played a lot of limit poker, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of no limit, right? You played both.
Action on Bobby.
What?
Now, when you see guys, I gotta.
I always wonder what the way stops, and I think the point's over.
Bobby folds.
Good talk, Viffer.
Yeah, your stories are kind of long. You need it like sharp and bang.
Seaver calls. Tony folds, and Viffer folds.
His family getting smaller by the second.
Now it's just the cannon and Seaver heads up to the turn.
Hello.
Jack of hearts. Cannon bets 5,000.
Cannon's firing again in a spot where a lot of people would be scared. Will Scott Seaver be the one to finally stand up to the amateur who's never played remotely this big in his life?
Does the cannon ever stop firing? And Seaver calls.
Well, Scott, he is a cannon.
River's the 4 of spades.
Cannon's only shot is to bet at this, but nothing really hit the river that should change things all that much for Seaver.
And he fires a 3rd barrel, 8,000 into Seaver.
This bet's for less than half the pot. Scott may think if he truly had a jack, he'd probably try to bet more. Plus, Scott's made way thinner calls than this one. If he does call, it could potentially be very damaging to the cannon's table image.
He does.
Good call.
And the cannon shows him the attempted bluff.
And Scott Seaver, the professional, finally stands up to Cannon, the amateur.
Good call.
Thank you.
Good bluff. That was a great bluff. That is a really, really tough bluff. When you had to bet to win the pot. Now we know you've been bluffing every hand.
That was the first time I bluffed and I got picked off.
First time you bluffed? Wow. Is that the truth?
Yeah.
There's no point to lie.
Really, Gonzo?
No, he's
Hey,
not.
you say I got first time I got caught. I mean,
First time he got caught now.
That's a few misfires in a row for Cannon squared.
The pros finally seem to be taking a stand. See if he adjusts his game or gives back all his profits after this. Welcome back to the big game from Las Vegas, Nevada. Gonzalez Cannon, a.k.a. Gonzo, is our loose cannon, and also an apt description of what's happened to around 30,000 of his chips since the start of the night. He'll be in the big blind this hand.
The man's playing pretty good poker. Pretty good poker. You got the all-around game.
I will say this, he's playing poker, I'm playing cards. I feel outclassed.
Action on the NBA, or Bobby Sura folds.
Now I know why they call a basketball a rock.
Negreanu folds over to Scott Seaver. 10-9. Thinking about raising, but just calls.
So that's just because I want everybody in the pot. I'm not going to raise too much.
Look, he didn't even look. He was going to fold for 2 more.
Tony G does it for him, makes it 12. Viffer's out, over to the cannon, and he calls.
That's a pretty loose defend, and he's out of position again.
Seaver comes along.
That's caring.
Caring is sharing.
8 deuce jack on the flop. Cannon's got bottom pair. He checks. Seaver checks his straight draw, and Tony checks.
Bottom pair is the best hand.
5 of hearts on the turn. Cannon checks.
No longer the best hand for the Cannon. Tony G picks up a pair. Scott Seaver open-ended still.
Checks over to Tony.
I connected on that 5-er.
Makes it 3,000. Cannon calls.
Oh, that was a quick call.
Tony honest that the 5 hit him. Cannon practically beat him into the pot with bottom pair.
Seaver's going to call with the draw.
Let's pay the board for me.
To the river, 4 of clubs.
And the Cannon river's a wheel. Draw.
Doesn't fire this time. Checks it over.
Scott Seaver's got a total air ball. It looks like he knows he can't win by checking.
And he's reaching for chips. Gutsy play here. Bets out 6,000.
Scott's trying to rep the flush.
Gets Tony to lay it down.
Scott gets Tony to lay down the hand that has the loose cannon beat, and now the LC actually has Seaver beat. If he calls, he looks like a genius thanks to Scott.
But he folds.
Got it through?
He always does that.
All right, show it then. Show it.
Scott got away with one there.
Yeah, it's not even fair.
Yeah. I mean, you'll all see it.
All right, changing gears.
Which one are you headed to now?
I'm about to kick it up here.
Kick it up? Kick it up higher.
I don't think that's true.
No, I'll give him a chance to kick it up.
Boom, straddle. Consider it kicked up.
Doubt that Scott has the Cannon's best interest at heart.
Here's a chance for you to kick it up now.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Meanwhile, Gonzo's profit has dwindled to right around 40,000.
Queen deuce for Tony. Folds. 10-9 for Viffer. Out.
Let's kick it up.
The Cannon. A6.
Sure, why not?
Yes.
Let's do 22.
Cannon kicks it up to 2,200.
Sura folds again.
Daniel. 6 tray of clubs.
Oh, Daniel wants to play so bad.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Bible quotes from Seaver.
I don't remember Seaver asking to be dominated, which he is.
And he calls.
Seaver defending a straddle.
Flop is Jack 10-5, 2 spades. Action on Seaver.
Boy, he did not catch any of that flop.
He checks.
And for once, the Cannon's the one in position.
Bets his ace. It's worth 4,000 to him.
Good spirit, good heart. There's a lot of good positive things, but they're not enough to get.
They're not enough to overcome.
And Seaver mucks. The Cannon's going to drag a pot worth almost 10,000. Stop the bleeding a little bit here.
Gonzo plays this one perfectly in position, bluffs it with the best hand.
So we continue with hand 76, and the action will be on Tony G.
One drunken night I was headed to that chapel. Luckily it was closed.
Wonder who he went with.
Jack 7 for Tony. He folds it. Pocket 4s for the Viffer.
It's a bad beat.
And he just calls. Gonzalez, Cannon. Ace Queen.
I don't need fucking silver.
Raises to 1,400. Bobby's out.
Could have been a married man.
I don't complain.
King 9 for Daniel.
I was once.
He's out.
How did that go?
She asked me to go play pool with her and her boyfriend the other day.
Seaver calls.
It was funny.
Well, see, you could have got a day's of practice in.
Yeah.
As does Viffer. 3 to the flop. 10 deuce jack, 2 clubs. Scott Seaver's picked up a pair.
Seaver outflops everyone with his only live card.
Worth a bet, 4,000.
He donks it.
Viffer's out. Cannon quickly calls.
This guy floats more than a Macy's Thanksgiving balloon. I got 1 million of them.
4 diamonds on the turn.
Oh, Viffer would have turned a set.
Seaver checks. Gonzalez, Cannon, 8,000.
Cannon is still firing. Last time he tried this against Seaver, it did not work. Will Scott think him capable of running a bluff twice? There are a ton of draws out there.
Seaver makes the right call.
I wonder if Gonzo will put the brakes on if he misses.
River, the 3 of diamonds, changes nothing. Seaver checks again.
Cannon's been using his position well this hand, and it looks like he's loading up another barrel. If you're going to go for it, you got to go all the way.
12.
All right, he is no longer the cannon. He is now officially Gonzo. He has bet 12,000 here on a bluff again.
The last time the cannon fired less than half the pot in the river, he was bluffing. Scott Seaver sniffed it out. Scott has to decide if Gonzo would make this exact same move again. Another picked off bluff here would be super damaging to the cannon's stack and his mental state.
Scott can't do it. He folds to the bluff. And the cannon rights the ship, dragging a pot worth 41,000 bucks.
You have met your match, Mr. Seaver.
Scott's not going to like seeing that one on TV.
I was pretty certain to have the best hand, and then it turned out I didn't.
Oh, but you did.
But you lacked the heart and commitment.
Not your best, Tony G, Scott.
I thought it was decent. So the cannon's headed back in the right direction. More big game after this. Welcome back to the big game. We're halfway home, and so far the loose cannon and Daniel Negreanu sit atop the leaderboard, while Viffer and Scott Seaver are on the wrong side of the 50-50 club.
Although Gonzo's come off some tonight, he's still the biggest winner so far, and remember, if the cannon finishes positive after 150 hands, he keeps anything over 100 grand.
All right, Joe. So far, the loose cannon's established his presence at the table. How has he gotten off to such a hot start?
Well, Scott, while most of the cannons came out playing Skurd last season, Gonzo's been quite comfortable playing with someone else's money. He has the highest VP/IP at the table and is taking advantage of the fact that Sura and Negreanu are rocking up, probably due to having 3 action junkies directly behind them. This dynamic has allowed the cannon to see more flops and also make plays post-flop.
In the past, the pros have generally pushed loose cannons around pre-flop. Why has this cannon been able to play so many hands?
Since the table's just calling the majority of pre-flop raises, it's created better odds and enticed more players to come along. The cannon's at an alarming 44% ahead of Seaver and the G, and since just calling is so in this week, it's allowed Gonzo to see his fair share of flops. And, lest you forget, there's also been a lack of 3-bets. While Seaver leads things at only 13%, you'll notice that Gonzo and Viffer have yet to put in a pre-flop repop. Without much 3-betting, there's less targeted isolation of the cannon.
So Gonzo's really benefited from seeing flops with marginal hands.
Exactly, and perhaps the reason why they seem to be a bit gun-shy versus the cannon is that Gonzo's tabled the winning hand 75% of the time. Since it looks like he always has it, he's gotten away with quite a few bluffs as well, winning over 146K without a showdown.
Now who's going to step up and try to slow the cannon down?
Good question, Scott. Everyone should be putting Gonzo to the test more. In particular, the usually aggressive Seaver and Viffer have been quite passive post-flop. Their aggro factors rank 5th and 6th respectively. That could partly be to blame for both of their 50K losses. If they want to win the big game, they'll have to channel their inner high school cheerleader and be aggressive. Be aggressive.
We'll continue with hand number 81. Scott Seaver is under the gun without much to cheer about. Maybe now. Ace-10 of clubs. Calls.
There's some of that limping we were just talking about.
Ace-7 suited for Tony. Raises to 1,300.
Thank God Tony G is here.
Biffer's in, cannon out. Over to Bobby Sura, 410, folds. Daniel's out.
Scott Seaver not folding.
He is not. He makes the call. 3 to the flop.
Scott's actually got both these guys dominated.
6, 7, 9, couple of diamonds. Tony G's made a pair.
And just like that, Tony's ahead.
But it checks around. 7 of clubs on the turn. That's trips for Tony.
No help for Seaver's gut shot, which is a good thing because if he made it, Viffer would have him crushed.
And he checks it. 4,000 from Tony. Back on Viffer.
Viffer's got outs, but in his mind, they could be dirty.
Looks like you are in his mind.
It's your favorite hand.
He lays it down.
8-10 of diamonds.
Viffer knew Tony's favorite hand like they're married.
That'd be some wedding photo.
I'm live against that.
Wow, that's not good for me.
And Seaver calls. 3 of clubs on the river.
Total airball for Seaver.
Checks it.
How much is that?
Tony makes it 8,000.
This is a testament to reputation. Scott now contemplating a river call with a hand worse than one he folded to the loose cannon earlier in the session.
Help me out. It's been
I don't know. I have no idea what you got.
What do you got though?
Oh. What do you think? I mean, obviously I have something.
What do you have? Help me. You want to help me. I can tell you want to. So just give me a little advice, and I'll trust you.
Ace 10 of clubs.
You have ace 10 of clubs? If I show my hand, it's not dead or anything, right?
No, it's not dead for sure.
Okay.
Liar, liar, fans on fire. All right, ace 10 of diamonds.
I'm legitimately thinking.
Ace 10 of diamonds.
This is not me just messing around.
I can't believe this might work.
What should I do? After that.
You should call. That's an omen to call.
There's more levels going on here than your average Carnival cruise ship.
Tony G does sound like a magician's name.
Here there, off with you. Interest you on a bite?
Seaver calls.
Not a good call. Not a good one.
It's February safe.
You knew when he called your hand and then you turned it over. It was like you knew you were calling, and like it's the worst ever. Like if he would have said like Queen Jack of Hearts, you would have folded.
Tony G drags a pot worth almost 30,000.
Tony, if you and me are ever in a hand, can we please not talk? Just so you don't mind like me.
That's worth the admission ticket.
You got Jedi. You just got Jedi mind tricked.
Welcome back to the big game. We've reached hand 83 of the 150 to be played this
Have
week.
a good one.
Can you guys turn off the mic? Because I have a question to ask Tony, but I want nobody to hear. Do you give
What are you
lessons?
looking
Can I get a private lesson?
Viffer still impressed with Tony G inducing a bad hero call from Scott Seaver.
Action on Viffer, couple of 10s. Raise it to 12.
Good luck, friend.
Cannon out.
Looking for something specific?
Folds around to Daniel. 4-10 of diamonds, he's out. Up to Scott Seaver, 5-7 of clubs.
A juicy suited one gapper for any lady stuck watching is just as cool as a regular juicy suit.
And Seaver calls. Ace-8 for Tony.
See you later.
He's in. Three-way action to the flop.
I mean, I'm definitely.
Queen 3-7, a couple of spades. Seaver with a pair, checks it. As does Tony. Checks around. 5 of spades on the turn, now 2 pair for Scott Seaver.
Juicy.
Checks, and Tony's the one betting. He's in dead last.
Let's see if I qualify.
If you're qualified, you have to call.
Losing but qualified.
I'm trying to reach out and hit that pot still. Better check.
Viffer calls.
Whoa.
Scott may want to raise for value and protection, especially with his stack size.
Guess you're qualified.
I'm all in.
Get qualified for a home loan with that bet. He's all in, 34,500. Tony's out.
I have no draw and no pair.
Viffer checked the flop, gave Seaver a free card.
I have a pair and a draw.
A flush draw here.
And they're probably both dead.
Viffer's actual equity is just shy of the right odds to call.
Could be making a move.
But he lays it down.
That's the Scott Seaver I know and love.
It's a Scott Seaver that Scott Seaver knows and loves. He's going to drag a pot worth 46,700 and start to climb out of that hole he's built for himself on the first couple of nights.
Do you like the movie Knocked Up?
Good movie.
You like the movie Observe and Report?
Some of my better work.
Of course, they're talking about actor Seth Rogen, Joe. What do you think?
Well, Huff, I'd have to say these two ginger beard men are one pair of hipster glasses and a movie career away from being separated at birth.
What if we knock it up a little bit?
Boom, there it is. Identical twins. We've got the Green Hornet and the guy trying to hoard some green.
Yeah, but he's still got a ways to go if he wants to get back to even. We'll continue with hand number 85, and the action's on Bobby Sura. The former NBAer, King Jack.
I had a weird feeling you were going to play this hand.
Calls.
I didn't think you were going to limp, though. I thought you were just going to come out and just
fire at it.
But never mind that.
We don't want to take that sort of a risk. Let's see what develops.
Slow and steady wins this race.
Bobby Sura finally plays a hand, and it's under the gun, and he comes out limping.
Folds to Tony G, 4 deuce off. He's raised it to 1,600. Viffer with suited connectors calls. Ace-Jack for the cannon.
Gonzo's got Sura dominated.
He makes the call.
Like everybody's chasing him. Trained pigeon.
See if Sura gets in there. He's been playing tighter than Shaq in a size 11.
And Sura makes the call. 10, deuce, 3, rainbow. Viffer checks his gut shot. Cannon checks. And a check from Sura.
He had a long think about that. What were you thinking about?
Half asleep right now. Late night last night.
Now Tony's having a long think. He does have the best hand, and he's in position.
All right. See what develops.
And Tony checks. 8 of hearts on the turn.
Somehow a deuce is still good, and no one picked up any more outs.
Biffer checks. Cannon checks.
That quick enough?
Gonna bet it now.
Sura 2. Tony G makes it 6,000.
Tony's got 60% equity with bottom pair and a 4-way pot, which is ridiculous.
And everyone folds.
Just so you know, I'm not like bluffing. I'm playing good hands. I'm definitely qualified.
G was qualified.
Qualified. Clearly deuces was the nuts there.
I made sure.
You can't turn 2 pair or nothing, can you, Tony?
No.
Just one? Yeah. This one's so good.
Tony takes down a pot worth 13K.
And I made it safe.
Made it real safe to turn.
I waited. Yeah, I waited for the turn.
You do everything perfect, believe me. You have no idea.
Actions on Daniel.
You think you know. No idea.
Folds.
Real life stuff.
Seaver, deuce 6.
Limited ability, but just a good sense and good timing.
He's out.
Real good timing.
10 deuce for Tony G.
It's not my fault.
Raises.
I So I'm gonna play every pot till I win a hand. I might lose everyone.
Differ calls. And Sir's out.
But if you don't qualify, you got to fold.
Tony's good timing continues. He's not too far behind against Ducks, considering how bad his hand is.
Ace 4-9.
2,000.
Tony bets 2,000 and is quickly called.
By the way, I knew this was coming on the side.
Who's the favorite now?
I have no idea.
Not you, not you, not you.
Queen of clubs on the turn. Check, check.
Pretty sure Gonzo's gonna win this hand somehow.
Good one.
Jack of hearts on the river.
The way it's going, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find a way.
Tony checks and Viffer bets 4,000 quickly.
No, 10 deuce didn't come in.
And deuce didn't come? I wasn't bluffing.
Tony folds.
You got a 4-5?
Oh my God. Why couldn't I bet the river? Should have just raised the river.
We'll never know if that would have been enough to get Viffer's ducks out of the water. More big game on the way.
You know, the loose cannon makes the Thursday, Friday episode so much more exciting, especially if they're stuck a little bit, because everyone knows it's like sharks, you know, da-da, da-da. So it's a bunch of wolves all hungry for the same exact piece of meat. And I'm a vegan, right? But I still like loose cannon meat. It's yum.
Well, I hope loose cannon meat is made out of soy like fakin' bacon, Mr. Vegan. No one's even sniffed loose cannon meat yet. Gonzo's currently leading the table with a profit of over $53K.
At one point, he was up over $75,000. Let's see if he loses some of his aggression. The action will start here on Scott Seaver. He's UTG with King 6. Folds. Over to Tony G. Quack, quack.
Tony's turn with deuces.
Raises.
I want a hand. I don't have to play this one. I fold.
No, with deuces.
Differ's out. Cannon calls with King Jack. Sir is out and over to Daniel. 7-8 offsuit.
Sometimes a playable hand,
but he folds it.
Daniel not his usual active self this week.
9 Queen 6. Cannon's flopped a gut shot, but Tony G bets his ducks 2,000 and the cannon quickly calls.
Sometimes a quick call can be indicative of a draw.
9 of spades on the turn and the cannon picks up a flush draw as well.
Tony still best.
Tony bets 4,000. Cannon quickly calls.
He's just going for it.
Gonzo's also got hidden counterfeit outs.
To the river. 3 of clubs, brick. Tony G checks now.
Gonzo didn't get there, but the club draw did come in. The only way he can win this is to bluff at it.
And he's more than happy to. Bets 9,000 into Tony G.
Well, Scott, this cannon has not let up on the aggression. You can tell Tony doesn't want to believe the amateur has the best hand again. I will say one thing for our loose cannon. He's just like the Fonz. What's Fonzie like?
Cool. He's cool. Let's see if Tony can figure this cannon out.
He folds.
I might lose to a bluff. That's
I knew I wanted to.
Tony gets bluffed.
Nice hand, Gonzo.
Same.
don't remember it.
So through 87 hands, Gonzalez Cannon is now up more than $61,000 and really been mixing it up for a loose cannon, Joe.
He is both loose and a cannon, and in comparing his VPIP to the highest LCs from last season, Gonzo has been much more active. His 47% tops all loose cannons by a decent margin. Andre Capella went broke on hand 89, and only Bobby Ferdinand and Ernest Wiggins eventually profited playing this style. So it'll be interesting to see if this cannon can get paid off in the end as well.
The best place to eat in Vegas, seriously.
Musashi?
Yeah, it's a
You
Jack.
ever eaten a Musashi?
It's up to Tony G.
No, the thing is, the guys there, they cook it with passion.
Folds.
They
You know,
cook it
live
with
for
the passion. He knows everything.
Tiger's the best.
Best.
Viffer raises to 1,200.
That's his name. He's the owner.
The owner.
Cannon calls. Fold it around to Daniel. He's out. 9-6 of clubs for Scott Seaver.
I mean, it wouldn't be that good a place if it wasn't for Tiger, I feel.
Calls.
Plus the food's just super good.
And it's not expensive.
3 players to the flop. 8 king, ace, 2 diamonds, and 2 pair for the cannon.
Why does Tony care how much it costs? He's Tony Gazillionaire.
Seaver checks it over to Viffer
Viffer with a gut shot.
and bets it. Cannon calls 2,000 over to Seaver.
You qualify all the time.
Folds.
He's a qualifier, this guy.
Yeah, he qualified online to be a loose cannon.
Turn the 9 of hearts. Cannon still in the lead. Viffer checks. Cannon fires 6,000.
That was a pretty safe turn card. Good time to get some value.
Viffer folds, and the cannon wins another.
Keep it going. Y'all can pick one. Pick one.
We want to see that one.
Yeah, turn it.
That's the good one.
Shows the ace.
Finally picked a good one, huh?
So the cannon continues to hold his own as he remains the leader for the week with a profit of more than $66,000. Joining him in the penthouse are Daniel Negreanu and Tony G, while Seaver and Viffer continue to share the outhouse.
Gonzo rebounded from his earlier misstep and continues to hang comfortably with these guys. With 2 nights to go, the Cannon's in position to establish a solid benchmark for the NAPT passport.
Gonzo, we have 2 shows left. You're doing well. Are you going to keep doing what you're doing? You're going to change your game plan?
Let us know.
The following program is sponsored by PokerStars.com. This week on The Big Game, the Loose Cannon has been dominating the pros.
The man's playing pretty good poker.
He's playing poker, I'm playing cards.
And crushing their spirits as well.
I can't win.
You have met your match.
Viffer, can we start an easier game?
But last night, the Loose Cannon was finally exposed.
But now we know you've been bluffing every hand.
That was the first time I bluffed and I got picked off.
See if the Cannon continues his assault tonight.
First time you bluffed?
I got first time I got caught.
First time you got caught now, he says.
Or will these all-stars eventually run him down?
All right, changing gears.
Liar, liar, fans on fire.
Find out as the big game rolls on.
You just got Jedi mind trick.
That's worth the admission ticket.
This is PokerStars.com Big Game.
Welcome once again to the big game from Las Vegas. Alongside Joe Stapleton, I'm Scott Huff, where some of the best in the world are going toe-to-toe in our state-of-the-art poker room. As we continue play, there's nearly $1 million on the table.
It's been a tough week for the Viffer. He's been running bad, and his stories have been going over like a lead balloon. Speaking of sinking, he's stuck almost 60 dimes.
Scott Seaver's been cannon fodder all week, but he's staying aggressive and trying to claw his way back. He's down $52,000.
Daniel Negreanu has been a little quiet this week, but he's been walking softly and carrying a big stack, up 38-8.
Bobby Sura's up $45 million lifetime playing pro basketball. His career on the big game, not as profitable, down a little over $15K.
Tonight's loose cannon is 32-year-old Gonzalez Cannon. The former salesman aspires to be a motivational speaker and says his winnings will assist his family, which took a recent financial hit. So far, the Tony Robbins of poker is up 64-8.
The final player is Tony G, who's been a bit subdued this week compared to the Tony we're used to seeing. Nonetheless, he's got a profit of over $24,000, and he's with Amanda Leatherman.
All right, Tony, what do you think of the Loose Cannon's play so far?
I think the Loose Cannon's been brilliant. I mean, he's just playing a really good game. He's pretty loose and pretty aggressive and just going for it. He's just out there to win.
You seem very chill, very calm, very different out there this time. Is this a kinder Tony G we're seeing?
Yeah, I think it's a different kind of Tony G again this time, but I think I have to change my style of play around a bit. I can't be the same all the time, and I don't really have anyone to go up against. And Wiffer's sort of been in trouble himself. Daniel's playing pretty tight. Yeah, Scott Seaver, I'm kind of dominating. If you get someone with a big ego, I will attack him.
All right, good luck, Tony.
Thank you.
The Loose Cannon is staked $100,000 to play. He keeps all money above the initial $100,000. And the Loose Cannon, who's won the most money at season's end, earns a North American Poker Tour passport worth $50,000.
One change for this season is that the Loose Cannon does not have the option to come back for a second time to try and increase his stack. Keep it pure, no sequels. So if Gonzo here wants to be back on Poker TV anytime soon, it's going to have to be on the NAPT Tour, which I also commentate.
King 8 for the Cannon. Folds. Pocket 4s for Sura, raises to 1,200.
Wow.
Negreanu folds.
Aces. Must be, right?
It's the first hand you opened up for.
Must be aces.
Action folds over to Tony.
You should be on a survivor next.
I hope they are aces.
Yeah, I was about to say, one time, be aces.
I hope they are aces.
Viffer called.
Viffer's got the kind of hand that can do a lot of damage to aces. Kind of a tight fold for Tony.
Heads up to the flop. Jack 8 ace rainbow. Tony would have made 2 pair. Viffer checks.
Viffer has no pair, no draw, no fashion sense. If I've learned anything about Bobby Sir, it's that he's probably terrified of this flop.
But he fires out 2,000.
2 queens, huh? And then 2 queens.
2 queens, that's the last hand Bobby played 3 days ago.
And Viffer folds.
Folded ace-8.
That's square talk, but not aces.
Sir shows his 4s and wins the pot.
Ah, 50-50.
Now we take a look at Bobby's single double he's got going. He's done more sitting out and limping than a redshirted freshman, raising pre-flop only 5% of the time. Even with his tight image, it's still amazing. Bobby hasn't won a single dollar at Showdown.
Where was your favorite city to play? What arena?
Back when the Bulls were good, Chicago Stadium. Was
playing in there?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Good energy?
Yeah, really good.
Cards are good now, aren't they?
Sacramento was good also. We were talking about that earlier when they had Chris Webber and all those guys. That arena was...
Even as the away team?
At least they were incredibly fun.
Yeah, and the fans...
They weren't the best.
Bobby played 11 years in the NBA for 5 different teams. Jack 10.
2 in a row, boys.
Here we go.
Raises to 1,200.
I'm gonna have to stop with all the nit jokes now.
Here we go. 2 in a row, Tony.
Yeah.
Must be aces.
Must be aces this time. Last time we were wrong.
Yeah.
Folds around to Viffer.
This time must.
Mucks. 8 deuce for the cannon.
Can't do it with that.
I had you.
Bobby Sir is going to pick up the blinds and ante, so he comes out running and nets an easy 2. As we take a look at the rules of the big game. Each table lasts exactly 150 hands. The action pre-flop is pot limit, then no limit after the flop. Blinds are 2 and 400 with a 100 ante, all of which is paid by the player on the button. And every player begins with at least 100,000, but can rebuy for up to 500K.
Wonder who'll be the first to buy in for 500K for season 2.
What's the longest you played at in a session?
Me,
Straight.
poker?
Yeah,
Oh,
straight.
I was a kid. I was like 17. I played 51 hours. Made like $250. I was a big winner.
Viffer, have you played over 5 days straight ever?
Viffer's probably
You've probably played 5 days straight.
What's your longest session?
Me? Probably like
8.
Straight.
24. Around 50 hours. Around 50.
Yeah, me too.
Action will begin on Daniel.
My longest is like 6.
Scott Seaver tires easily, likes frequent naps.
Folds.
90, 96 maybe.
Now to Seaver.
Drank a lot of coffee, I bet.
Yeah, a lot of coffee.
Folds. Tony, suited Motown.
I didn't take anything that I wasn't prescribed by a doctor.
Okay, fair enough.
Raises.
By the way, if you like him, don't rat out your doctor.
Drank a lot of coffee, I'm sure.
Yeah.
5-hour energy.
Qualifier.
No, they're actually called 20-hour energies.
Phil Lock did 100 and something hours.
Yeah.
With, you know, apparently like totally no drugs, nothing.
He was on nothing but tiger blood.
So Viffer, the only caller, heads up to the flop. Tony checks.
Yeah, apparently.
And Viffer checks his gut shot. 6 of spades on the turn.
Tony's checked for a whole street. He's done with the checking.
Although 41 hours doesn't quite
Played
match
41
up.
hours?
One time
We were hoping you didn't have 41 hours experience in your lifetime.
Tony wins.
I was hoping you would be able to count up to 41.
Yeah.
It's like, what comes after 20?
You playing like a regular game or something?
Not really regular. I have, I go through periods where I play and then take months.
Die for me. Away!
Away? What way? I prithee, speak more kindly. Why dost thou frown at whom?
At thee.
At me. Oh, why at me?
As far as I can make out, we get to go out for a bit in an hour. Then we have to come back for 2 hours. You're kidding. I think I'll die if this was on television. Nobody would be watching. Why aren't we watching television? Can't believe coming here costs more than a film. I've got
He's leaving me with 2 women. I can't date 2 women. I can barely date 1.
This is amazing. I wasn't meant to be out till 11 and it's not even 9. I've time travelled. I've made time. I could do anything. I'm golden. Here you go, mate. Go and see the second half. It's shit.
Such a bastard. I'm meant to be getting married. I'm out of my depth. I thought you were the fright.
It's off and whatnot, but
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a salesman.
Salesman? He's selling it to us, right?
Most recently, meat sales, actually. Most
You sell
recently.
meat?
Used to, yeah.
I'd be an awful customer for you.
Yeah.
Vegan.
Vegan, yeah.
Whatever. So you have a job for real, huh?
Well, now
Now
it's
you're just playing poker professionally? I knew it! The truth comes
hopefully
out.
want to get there, but no, economy was rough. I used to be in mortgages, real estate, real big, and so that's why I got into the meat game because
the meat game.
The meat game.
I'm gonna use that.
Some play the meta game, he plays the meat game.
He plays the meat game.
Are you in employment at this stage?
I'm unemployed right now.
Unemployed.
He's a professional poker player as of since he sat at this table.
The most Gonzo's ever won at a poker table is $6,500. Before tonight, that is.
Action up to Tony G. Ace Jack raises to 1,400. Biffer and the cannon are out. Action on Bobby Sura. Ace 4 of spades.
Yeah, Bobby!
He calls. King 8 for Daniel. Out.
If these two hit just an ace, this might be the last time we see Bobby play for a long time.
2 players to the flop. 9, Ace 8, and both players pair their ace.
And there it is.
Bobby's checked over to Tony, who bets 2,000.
Bobby is dominated. This must be what it's like to guard Michael Jordan.
And he calls. To the turn. Queen of clubs, and Bobby picks up some chop outs, but still in bad shape.
A 9 or an 8 will result in a chop.
Bobby checks. Tony bets 5,000.
That's a big bet. Tony must be putting Bobby on something pretty decent.
Bobby looking here. And going for chips. He calls. Still doesn't believe Tony. 5 of hearts on the river. And Sura checks again.
Seems like a pretty obvious value bet.
I'm going to like ace 10. I think you got ace 10. Otherwise I'm beat. All right, I check.
Tony checks it down.
Close, ace 4.
It's the same thing.
And he's going to win the pot.
Good in.
Should have bet it.
Wow, Tony G has lost his heart and his commitment.
No commitment.
I mean,
Old Tony G bets 15,000 there in a heartbeat. Boom.
well, once he calls out of that spot, I mean,
We're gonna have to.
I would.
Tony G playing a little pickup game with Bobby's chips. Let's see if Sura can cross him back over. Don't go away, folks. Big game's just getting going. Welcome back to the big game. We've reached hand 102 of the 150 to be played.
I've had 3. I've had king, queen, and jack.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of good hands. Oh well.
You've been running bad, but you're winning.
I'm winning, yeah, who cares?
The people at home care. They want to hear you break down the hand and soul read the loose cannon. Come on.
Suited 1-gapper for the cannon. Calls.
Things haven't been working out.
No.
Well, I heard that you three were gonna destroy me today. You're gonna all gang up
You
on me.
haven't allowed. You haven't opened up.
I haven't had any hands.
Folds to Seaver.
It's kind of hard when you're trying to play tighter than.
Lay off Bobby. What about Daniel Nit Granu?
You take a look at these hole cards when you see them.
Seaver raises.
I'm waiting for aces myself.
Queen 10 for Tony. Out. Differ's out. The cannon calls.
I'm waiting for aces right here.
You're supposed to raise with hands like Gonzo, so you get paid when you hit and you can bluff when you don't.
Seaver and the cannon have met a couple times this week. 4, 7, 9.
Check.
Cannon checks his straight draw.
Seaver's got top pair.
He bets 2,500. And the cannon calls.
Cannon's been leading the turn all week, hand or no. Scott's the only one who's looked him up so far.
4 of hearts on the turn.
Scott looked him up once. Cannon's bluffed him several other times.
Check.
This time he just checks.
No draws came in, and it's still a wet board, so Scott should be able to bet this for value and protection.
Seaver bets 5,500.
Cannon's not getting the right immediate odds to call, and he's not getting great implied odds either. It's pretty unlikely he'll win a ton more if he hits his hand. But with all the bravado with which Gonzo's been playing, you have to wonder how much odds are playing into his strategy.
Maybe more than we think. He dumps it. Seaver wins the pot.
Good hand. Good hand. Thank you.
So much harder.
So far, Seaver's having trouble repeating his big game success from last season. It's a position unfamiliar to this respected online phenom who's taking all the accolades in stride.
I don't like to spend too much time thinking about who the next big thing in poker is or what's going to happen in the future. I'm just trying to have fun right now and enjoy myself and enjoy the experience. But it's really fun having people come up to you and recognize me, or have family members tell me that friends of theirs saw me on television. Just several days ago, actually, I was out at a bar with some friends, and some complete strangers walked up to me and asked if I was Scott Seaver and wanted to have drinks with us, and it was just a lot of fun. I don't think anything has changed about the way I play based on being on television. Honestly, I don't think it's that big a deal. I feel that's mostly been the same because the people I'm playing with are people that have already known me for years, so that hasn't really changed too much. I'm confident because I've done well before, and I'm feeling good about my game right now, and I'm feeling very lucky. And it's a pretty tough combination to beat when someone is feeling as lucky as I am right now.
The horseshoe must have finally fallen out somewhere between the interview room and the poker table. Has anyone seen Scott's horseshoe?
Who makes that thing?
Adam Mars. Adam Mars per game.
That's probably more than $1,500.
Just a little bit. Just a tad.
How many zeros would I have to add?
3.
It's a $150,000 watch?
A little less than that. About 105.
Wow, that's a lot for a watch.
105 new.
Take a gander at that when you have a moment there, sir.
Sure.
6 is for Sura.
Might be looking to buy one, huh? Soon we
might have to. Step my game up.
Yes.
Calls.
You're limping, right?
Yes.
Limping, must have turned an ankle on the basketball court.
Pocket queens for Negrano.
As Daniel would say, hey, hey, hey.
Raises to 1,600. Seaver folds, as does Tony G and Viffer. Action over to Gonzalez Cannon.
The Cannon.
King 8. Folds. Action back on Sura. In the NBA, they call this play an ISO.
Hey, that's what they call it in poker, too.
Oops, sorry. That's the wrong chips. I gotta stay.
No, it's all right. You can put that.
My bad. I'm calling.
And Sura calls.
Before all you rule sticklers freak out, that kind of courtesy is pretty common in high-stakes cash games.
It's pretty dirty to just repot him.
Especially when it's an amateur with a $100,000 watch.
To the flop. 7, 10, 10. Couple of hearts.
Not a terrible board for 6s.
Sura checks.
You check?
Yes, sir.
I'm also going to check.
And Daniel checks.
Daniel checking for deception, I think. He might think at this point Bobby's either folding or got him crushed. Probably folding.
Deuce of spades on the turn.
Not a scary card, but Bobby's out of position, and Daniel was the last aggressor.
He checks it. And Daniel bets 2,500.
Daniel's trying to get some value and set up a river bet.
Put you on pocket 7s before the flop, which is kind of weird because it came 7, 10, 10. But you probably don't have that. You
That's
probably...
pretty close.
Oh, yeah? You got a pair? You're folding? How do you do that? That's incredible.
Sura folds.
He made a good fold if he had a pair.
It was a good fold. A good nitty fold.
Let's take a look at that.
That watch now worth more than Bobby's entire stack.
Actually had 6s.
You really folded? Yes. Really good fold.
Gonzalez Cannon possibly gazing into his future.
It's bulky.
Yeah, it's so heavy. A little flashy, but
it's all good. I mean, it's not, it's not all too gaudy. You gotta have a little flair.
At the rate Gonzo's going, he might have enough to buy one for himself by the end of the week. More big game after this. For even more on the big game, there's behind-the-scenes footage, bonus hands, and stats, as well as moments deemed too hot for TV on the website.
Oh, turn the red back on because I'm going on tilt.
Viffer thinks the cool blue lights are cooling his hands.
Tony G will be UTG. Deuce 4. Folds over to Viffer. King 10 of clubs. Raises to 1,300. Cannon's out. Sura's out.
Even Daniel's hands look frustrated.
Folds.
Viffer thinking maybe he can take it down pre-flop.
Yeah, that's not happening. Bullets for Seaver.
Seaver said he's been waiting for aces.
And he just calls.
Just don't bluff me.
That's my only chance.
Not only is just calling with aces in the big blind dirty, but it also balances your range.
King, deuce, queen, and Viffer hits top pair.
Could lose a couple of bucks on this hand.
Seaver checks, and Viffer bets 2,000.
Seaver's supposed to have air in the BB, so he's checking for deception.
You got to be qualified to bet.
Seaver calls.
Jack's a better now, you can bet.
Jack's a better trips to win.
Queen of spades on the turn.
That's a really gross card for two aces. Spades and trips are both possibilities, especially since Scott doesn't have a spade.
Seaver checks.
Several of the hands Seaver wanted Viffer to have just caught up or picked up more outs.
Viffer checks. Deuce of hearts on the river.
So I think Scott's two options are bet or check call.
Goes for some chips and bets 8,000.
Scott's overbet the pot. Viffer's hand will be good here a lot of the time, but he has to ask himself what sorts of hands Scott will be value betting here that are worse than his, because right now he's only beating a bluff.
Yeah, my hand's face up.
I have no idea what you have.
Oh, you know.
And Viffer makes a tough fold, but the right one this time.
Looks like he wanted to call.
So Scott drags a small one, but maybe he can build on it.
Viffer's buried this week, but honestly, he really hasn't done a whole lot wrong.
Hey, come on, I've got it right there.
I know.
Whatever.
I know.
Can't begrudge me that, but.
I'm not. I just. But it could be the other way too.
It's great. It's just a great spot.
So Seaver takes the pot, can't capitalize with the Rockets. He's still at the bottom looking up with Viffer and Sura, while the loose cannon continues to lead the way with a profit of more than 57,000.
Gonzo has picked his spots and climbed steadily all week. Remember, after hand 150, the loose cannon takes home any profit earned above the initial $100,000 he was staked.
So what made you become a vegetarian?
Actually, Bill Perkins and I were talking about, he's a real healthy eater.
Oh, yeah.
It's good on quality of life.
He's a vegetarian also?
Yeah.
Remember Bill Perkins, the businessman. Gobble, gobble, gobble. He played on season 1 of the big game, and he'll be back this season as well.
Viffer's out.
I had a 50K weight loss, body fat weight loss percentage bet with him, and he had 150K with another guy.
Cannon raises.
He went from 15.5 body fat to 7.2 in 56 days.
Yikes. You heard about the Ted Forrest one?
Daniel calls.
180 pounds, I think.
183.
183, and he had a bet by the end of the World Series to get under 140.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
3 days later, he gained 15 pounds just from eating a tomato.
Ted Forrest, one of the all-time great prop bettors, once made 10K at the World Series of Poker from doing a standing backflip.
10-9-4. Everyone gets a piece of this flop. Tony bets 3,000 with top pair. Cannon calls with a gut shot.
Tony donked it, maybe knowing the Cannon likes to float the flop like root beer and ice cream. Daniel's now got better implied odds to call a bottom pair.
And he does.
Cannon's also got 2 overs to go with his gut shot.
To the turn. Ace of hearts. Tony's made top 2 pair.
It also puts a flush draw out there, so Tony should bet.
And he does. 8,000.
Cannon's still got a gut shot, but bye-bye to his overs.
And bye-bye to his cards. Daniel's out as well. Tony's going to win the pot.
Nice bet, nice bet. Ace is up, top 2. Ace 10. I had ace 10 of diamonds. I didn't really want that card, but I couldn't really check.
Win or lose, Tony G doesn't get excited until the pot is well into 6 figures.
Tony working for minimum wage this week. Let's see if he can drive through when the big game continues. Welcome back to the big game from Las Vegas, Nevada. We've reached hand number 112 for the week. And the action here will start on Tony G, who folds.
Vegan.
Well, I guess Viffer's out of the meat game.
Folds around to Bobby. He's out.
What are you doing? Wait, I might get like king 10 of spades.
Okay, you're not going to.
Daniel's been giving up the small blind all week.
Yeah, you've really earned this. Believe me, I still never believe you.
I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think,
You're doing it wrong then if you don't care what I think.
Raises to 1,600.
Can you make it that much?
I just did.
Is that more than the pot that you call 4 and then oh no, you can. Math is hard.
I know what I'm doing.
Math is hard.
I've played this game before.
Jack 10 for Scott Seaver.
Scott's dominated, but he has to call.
Okay.
I'm putting you on 9 high right now. Is that a good read generally?
Daniel's only 2 cards off.
So to be blind versus blind to the flop. Jack 4-9, and both players make top pair.
So you're saying I've got the best hand?
No, I'm not saying you started with it. You may have it now if you have a 9.
Daniel's got Seaver in jail, but these two are metagaming the pants off each other.
And Negrano bets 2,200.
Scott will be at least calling.
I'm thinking of a card.
Bet you are.
Seaver calls.
It's the 5 of diamonds.
To the turn, ace of diamonds. Got the suit right, not bad, but no help.
Not the turn card anyone really wanted to see.
Daniel reaching for chips. That's 4,200.
Scott knows Daniel's likely to bet this ace most of the time no matter what, though an ace is a bigger part of Daniel's range than it is Scott's. Scott's most certainly in bad shape, but if he doesn't put Daniel on an ace, he's technically made the correct read.
And he makes the call.
These two have some history, and it's certainly playing a part here.
6 of hearts on the river.
That 6 is about as big a brick as you can get. Let's see if Daniel's vegan diet allows him to go for some thin value.
That's 8,000. Scott with the quick call.
You hit the ace, didn't you? No?
I'm just pipped by 1 every hand.
Oh, you're Jack Queen.
Getting pipped means losing with the exact second best hand. Scott wasn't quite pipped there, but he was close.
Walking the dog.
What's walking the dog? Explain that for the public at home that doesn't know.
Just keeping him on a short leash, just enough so he could eat a little bit and feed you, you know? Just keep him real close.
And I do get dealt the hand 1 pip worse every hand. Makes it tough.
Yeah, but it's... How good did he play it?
Perfectly, he did.
Thank you.
Daniel's up almost 50,000 and 1 compliment from Scott Seaver.
Scott's still down 55K overall, but Joey seems to have changed gears from earlier in the week.
Since hand number 67, Seaver's played much more cautiously pre-flop, as evidenced by his failure to 3-bet even once. The post-flop story isn't much different either. In the last 45 hands, while Scott's seen roughly the same number of flops, he's been somewhat gun-shy with the continuation bets. Although Seaver hasn't made up much ground, he hasn't lost any either.
Well, we'll see if Scott keeps circling the wagons or if he reverts back to his more aggressive approach. We're more than 2/3 of the way home here, and action will start on the cannon. King Deuce folds. Sura folds, and Daniel, Queen 5, he's out. 10-8 of clubs for Seaver.
This hand's fine to play on the button.
Raises to 1,200. Tony G, no thank you. Viffer. Ace-3 offsuit. Re-raises to 3,400.
Viffer knows Scott's button range is pretty wide and that he could be steaming.
Not the answer call.
Seaver calls.
Not quite insta. Daniel's had enough.
Now I gotta look.
He already looked.
Tricky, tricky. Seaver v. Viffer to the flop. Say that 5 times fast.
I will not.
7 deuce tray on the flop, and Viffer makes middle pair.
So I played with Scott Seaver a couple times, right? When he's winning, he owns, right? It's so different watching him now because he's losing. He's keeping it together. He's just, you know, this is the reality of poker. Like every human, after a while, you keep getting pipped like it. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, I can tell he's like
I try to be
when
calm.
when you win the pot.
Yeah, everyone tries to be cool, whatever, but eventually you're like,
I've seen you get before.
You think? Yeah. No, I get because nobody wants to lose.
Things that make you go, ugh.
Viffer checks.
Viffer opts not to bet, probably doesn't want to get raised with a pair of trays.
And Seaver checks. To the turn. Queen of clubs.
Viffer doesn't seem to mind the queen.
Nope, his trays are worth 5,000 now. Seaver's gonna fold. Viffer's gonna take a pot worth a little over 12,000.
I'm still losing.
But Seaver's still smiling.
Deal me in.
We'll see if Scott continues to keep it together. Quick commercial pip, more big game after this. Welcome back to the big game where Scott Seaver can't seem to catch a break. So it's just cold decking yet again this week. This time it came at the hands of Daniel Negreanu, who explained how he got max value on every street as he takes us behind the poker face.
You know, coming in this hand, Scott Seaver and I have a ton of history, but in this session, in the small blind, I've been folding to him a lot.
What are you doing? Wait, I might get like King 10 of spades.
Okay, you're not going to.
I had a decent hand with King Jack and went ahead and raised. So this is the first time I actually came in for raise, and when I'm in the small blind, my raise size are generally gonna be a little bit bigger. So I made it 4 times the blind, I made it 1,600, and I know that Scott Seaver's gonna call me with a lot of hands, so he calls, not surprised. Now the flop comes Jack 9 forward, and we joked around about, you know, I said, hey, I think you got 9 high, and he's like,
So you're saying I've got the best hand?
you know, it felt like he had a little piece of it when he said that, but King Jack on that board looks like it's probably gonna be the best hand. So I go ahead and bet 2,200, and he calls. Now the ace comes on the turn, which I really shouldn't like, but based on the fact that I thought he had a piece of the board, it's very unlikely that he also had a piece of the board with an ace. So if he has like, you know, a 9, you know, he has to have specifically ace 9 or ace jack. And I thought with ace jack or ace 9, there was a decent chance he'd re-raise me before the flop. So since he didn't, I felt like the ace was kind of an irrelevant card. So I still think my hand is the best hand. Plus, there's a lot of draws out there that I could be representing that maybe if he has just a 9, he might call me down with. So I went ahead and bet again on the turn. So he calls. River card comes, a complete blank. And I don't want to just check here because I feel like I still have the best hand. I feel like I can represent a hand that I might be bluffing with. So he might put me on Queen 10 and think I might fire 3 streets. I thought there's enough hands he'd call me with where it made sense. At the same time, if I check and he bets, I pretty much have to call most of the time anyway because I've got a strong hand. So I thought it made more sense to bet because I think if I check, he's going to check back a 9 or a pair of 4 or something like that. So I bet it and he called me instantly. And I thought, uh-oh.
You hit the ace, didn't you? Oh, you jack queen?
You know, he actually said he had a jack for the worst kicker. So as it turned out, I got 3 streets of value, and that's very unlikely in situations like that.
Seaver actually had Jack 10 on that hand, so Daniel San had him out kicked like he'd been trained by Mr. Miyagi himself.
You guys want to do a round of straddles?
Well, I was just doing right now.
I'm happy.
Well, we can do a round.
I'm in. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a round of straddles.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Round of straddles.
Sura's gonna straddle here. Joe, you want to tell the people at home what a round of straddles is?
I believe it's a type of tequila shot.
Action on Scott Seaver.
Saying that and folding, I'm the worst.
Folds. Tony G, out. King 9 of spades for Viffer. Raises to 2,400.
It's an auto raise, small spade.
Ace Queen for the Cannon.
Cannon's got position on Viffer, so just calling's cool.
And he does. Ace 9 for Bobby Sura.
Sura's actually in position, but this is usually a fold or re-raise spot.
But he just calls.
Always better to be the aggressor.
Sura, Viffer, and the Cannon. Ace 7-3, 2 diamonds. Cannon and Sura both hit their aces, and Viffer whiffs. Checks. Cannon bets 5,000.
Bobby Sura flops an ace and is out kicked again. Yet another dream situation for the Cannon.
Sura makes the call.
Viffer with king high.
Leaves it to the amateurs.
Sura drawing very thin with Viffer folding a 9.
5 of spades on the turn.
This should be a pretty easy bet since 4-6 is the only draw that got there.
They change.
They might have. I have to make sure. I have to make sure. Before I put this bet out here.
Pretty much announcing he's going to bet, and he does. 9,000.
Bobby Sura's dead to a 9, and he's got no chop outs. And this pot has gotten pretty big.
About to get bigger. Sura makes the call.
Bobby called pre-flop with an ace. Looks like he's just going to go with it.
To the river. 4 of hearts.
That card puts 2 4-card straights out there.
Check.
Cannon checks.
1 pair.
Bobby checks. The Cannon shows the better ace.
The pair.
I had that one too.
And Bobby Sura becomes another victim of the gimp hand.
That's
Gonzo takes another pot, and he's now up almost $70,000.
Scott, the pots tend to be oh so much juicier when you're able to win at Showdown, so it's no surprise that the 3 players showing a profit have all won at least 60% or more at Showdown. Conversely, the 3 losing players this session have each won less than a third of theirs. So kids, pay attention real closely here. It's tough to book a winning session if you're not consistently winning at Showdown.
Well, I just learned something.
He's a salesman. He sold us all on the fact that he's a salesman and he's really a professional poker player.
It's a little load of meat right there.
He's like, yeah, I sell meat. Yeah. Buy and sell fish, chicken, all that stuff.
I am honored.
You want to swap hands this time? Before we see.
No, because that'll be the
fun. Then you can have my hand, I have your hand.
No, because we'll never know.
Let's do it. You want to do that? You haven't seen
No.
We haven't seen your hands.
Papa Daniel says
6
no.
people in the pot.
Seaver straddled here, 10-6 for Tony.
Could have had a playable hand.
Folds. Action on Viffer. The hammer, 7 deuces spades.
Viffer looking like the cat that ate the canary.
This is the hand I wanted.
He raises it to 2,500.
Unbelievable.
We'll see if this is the hand you wanted.
Action folds around to Daniel, King 3. Folds. Seaver.
You didn't want this one either.
Tony G knows every friggin' time.
You didn't want this one
every
either.
time, Tony, you know. You could have had this hand.
Deuce 5?
Deuce 7.
Deuce 7.
You could have. See, I turned my natural. It's not deuce 7, it's a natural 9.
More like a 9mm. He robs him there.
See, it's all a matter of perspective. Only needed 2 cards.
Yeah. In that position?
Yeah, if my hand was suited, I'd have played a dominated hand.
I don't have the same feeling this time, so we could trade.
Okay, let's trade.
I don't know if we can, though.
Okay, let's do a 3-way swap.
Let's just all shuffle our 3 cards up.
And then just pick 2.
And pick 2?
We choose the cards we want to play with.
Never mind that whole swap deal.
Viffer with aces. Raises again to 2,500.
Maybe he can start getting out of that hole.
Sura folds, then the cannon.
No, not at all.
Daniel's out. Action now on Scott Seaver. Queen 9 of clubs.
Pretty standard hand to defend your blind with.
He wants it all.
Calls. Now to Tony G, who straddled.
Tony's getting better than 3-1.
King 8 of clubs. Calls.
Now, do you guys want to switch the cards around?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I'm happy to switch 1 each.
To the flop. 10 deuce queen, all diamonds. Seaver hits top pair. Check, check.
Let's see if I qualify. Don't qualify.
I love Viffer.
Viffer checks. Jack of spades on the turn.
Not the card Viffer wanted to see.
Seaver checks again. Tony checks.
All right.
And Viffer says, all right, we'll see a river. 10 of clubs.
Viffer's taking a very passive line, so Scott probably thinks he has the best hand.
Seaver going for some chips here. Bets 1,500. That's enough to get Tony out.
Don't think Viffer can raise.
You're getting called at least. But you're so sick enough to raise it. Oh, wait. I almost did throw in the 5,500. I call.
Queen.
Just calls.
No good.
Pipped again.
I'm so sick.
Glad I checked it a race trade. How good is Queen King on this board anyway?
Maybe Scott would run better if he didn't always lie about his hands.
Just one of those days.
Rare win for the Viffer.
Thank you.
Seaver showing me that smile again.
Why wouldn't you bet that? Flop.
Me or him?
Tony's wondering where the rest of the money is in that pot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's the one checking ace-jack over there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I don't know how to play good hands.
Everyone's an expert when they're not in the pot. Plenty more with these experts when we come back. Welcome back to the big game, where the first loose cannon of the season, Gonzalez Cannon, continues to show a profit of more than $67,000 for the week.
He's been in Profitville since hand 5 and has arguably been the toughest loose cannon to date.
This is just not my day, I tell you that.
Yeah, you having like the absolute second best hand every time.
We should have a market when you're going to go bust. Like how many more hands?
I'm not going to. I'm going to end up.
You're going to win?
Yeah.
In this session?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that's a certainty.
Are you kidding me? Look at how they're playing every hand.
I love they.
Scott Seaver sounding a lot like Phil Hellmuth, and why not? He's only the greatest of all time.
Viffer straddled for 800, and the cannon has 2 queens. Raises the 3,000. Sura's out. Ace-8 suited for Daniel. He's on the button.
Daniel's cooking something up.
He does seem to be reaching for bigger denomination chips.
This is very convoluted. Clock.
Okay, Scott Seaver will be here all week, folks.
Why is that so funny to me?
3-bet.
He said clock.
To 9,500.
He called the clock on me while I was looking at my chip.
Seaver folds.
I just want to lift.
So does Tony G.
I don't know what I was betting. Probably 4.
Daniel has successfully isolated the cannon.
Straddle makes big pots.
Sure does.
Action's back on Gonzo.
I see a flop.
Just calls.
Let's see one. You know what I like about this hand? You go first.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's kind of good. You go first. I get to see what's up.
Position for dummies.
Dan and the cannon to the flop. 5-7 queen and the cannon's flop top set.
Gonzalez cannon runs good.
Check.
And he checks.
Good check. Let Daniel fire again. Gonzo literally licking his lips.
Daniel will c-bet here for 10,500.
Daniel's put in slightly less than half the pot. This board is fairly dry, so just calling would be okay. A raise would be okay too. The only wrong move would be to fold, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
And now Gonzo, the one reaching for some big chips.
Made it 30 there?
He's check raised to 30,000.
30,000.
Scott's not gonna sit there Daniel's Hollywooding. I do find it hard to believe Daniel's thinking about this, though I'm sure it's killing him that the pros have seen so few of the cannon's hands. These three guys happy to not be in a pot with a cannon for once.
Daniel folds.
Easy money.
Like Christmas every day.
Not that easy.
One card.
I think y'all gotta save
Show
this
us
one
one.
for TV.
Show us the
I
bad
gotta
one.
Show, I gotta save that one.
Because they might all be the same. They might all be queens or something.
Soul read. That's the soul read I was waiting for.
That win puts Gonzo up almost $90,000, and he's establishing a solid number for the other cannons to aim for this season if he can hang on.
To put things into perspective, only 4 of the 11 loose cannons turned a profit last season. Bobby the Bus Ferdinand took home the title in over $181K, while David Fishman, Nadia Magnus, and Ernest Wiggins probably weren't too disappointed either. It just goes to show you how difficult it is to book a win on the big game.
It's your straddle, money bags.
Oh, that's my turn?
It'd be awesome if he just didn't do it now. I'm up, suckers.
I'm the protector of the loose cannon. I've done nothing but give you chips all the way through.
No, Scott's got that on lockdown. You win that award.
Action will start on Bobby Sura. King 7. Folds. Daniel 4-5. Out. Seaver with pocket kings.
Maybe Scott can start digging his way out this hand.
Maybe he'll raise this time.
Scott just dribbling away.
2,500.
Calling when it's meant to be folding.
8-9 for Tony G.
He knows we're not even here.
He's out, so's Viffer. Cannon.
How much?
2,500.
3 high and calls.
That's all I can win for now. How do you like that, Scott?
I'm gonna tell you, it's depressing. It really is.
Cannon was not getting the correct odds to call pre-flop.
6-5-7 2 spades. Cannon's picked up a flush draw.
He's also got the dummy end of a gutter ball straight draw.
Checks it.
This is a pretty big flop. You can see they're almost a coin flip.
Seaver bets 3,500. Cannon almost beats him in the pot.
Hail Mary.
To the turn.
Abracadabra.
6 of spades gives Gonzo the flush.
Check.
Checks it.
Gonzo hits his Hail Mary. He may have wanted to protect that flush, but if you bet, you can blow your opponent off the hand, and if you check, you let him get a free card. That's why playing out of position reeks.
But I'd rather be Gonzo right now. Seaver stepping into the trap, bets 9,000.
Luckily for the Cannon, Scott did not check behind.
Cannon wastes no time calling.
Scott's actually got decent equity with the king high spade draw.
Queen of clubs on the river changes nothing.
Check.
Cannon's got it locked up now, and he checks.
That's a risky check. Scott could very easily check behind.
I'm all in.
All in.
Call.
And Gonzo calls.
Adi, adi, adi.
Oh my God.
Seaver looks genuinely shocked.
I had 8-9. That hand.
I
8-9.
cannot
I
beat
would
that.
have won.
Hasn't quite sunk in for Gonzo yet either.
Been a good day so far.
So far, I can't complain.
Cannon's now up well over 6 figures.
He's setting the bar like up here for every loose cannon.
Scott Seaver looks like he got kicked in the stomach. Look at that pot getting pushed.
Can I get my reload from somewhere that's in the back?
Scott needs to make a withdrawal from the bank of Seaver.
Scott heads to the ATM after getting cleaned out by the Cannon, who's the big winner so far this week, up more than $126,000 after 120 hands. Gonzo's joined by Tony G and Daniel above the line, while the other 3 haven't fared quite as well.
Gonzo is sitting on the 3rd largest profit ever by a loose cannon, and with another night to go, the Cannon has a chance to set the bar even higher and possibly put that NAPT passport out of reach for the others.
All right, enough of you, Joe. Let's see what Gonzo has to say.
Gonzo, wow, I don't even know what to say. What's going through your head?
A lot. I mean, I'm happy.
The following program is sponsored.
Oh, on cold deck, he's down almost 60K.
The table's been questioning Tony's heart and commitment. You can't question his results. He's up over 41K.
This is Scott Seaver, the loose cannon's new favorite player. Scott gave him his last 35 dimes last night, and now he's stuck 100 large.
Daniel's been dealing with Murderer's Row to his left all week. He's stayed out of the way. He's still up 28K.
11-year NBA veteran Bobby Sura finally came off the bench to play some hands, but kept running into bigger ones. He's stuck just under 36.
The loose cannon's name is Gonzalez Cannon. The Sacramento native has been crushing this game and plans to give any winnings to his family to help them recover from their recent financial crisis. Right now, Gonzo's up more than 125K. He's with Amanda Leatherman.
Gonzo, you said you came here to kill it, and so far, you've definitely killed it. How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good. I'm fired up. I know I still need to maintain my focus, stay humble. I mean, I'm real fired up. I just, I'm still gonna play the game now.
Is it on your mind to set a number that no other loose cannon can touch?
Yes, definitely.
Really?
I mean, I want to definitely walk away with some money, but I also want the passport as well. So now that, I see it's possible to set a number high, that's what I want to do. So, yeah, I want to put it out of reach.
Well, it's looking good right now. Good luck.
Thank you.
The loose cannon is staked $100,000. He keeps all money above the initial $100,000, and the loose cannon with the most money at season's end earns a North American Poker Tour passport worth $50,000.
This season, the loose cannon will not have the option to come back to try to win more.
How does it go? Today is a good day.
Oh yeah, that's the Ice Cube song?
Yeah.
Scott is quoting an 18-year-old gangster rap song, which means it came out when he was 8.
Action on Seaver. Pocket queens.
Maybe today will be a better day for Scott. He went broke last night.
Makes it 1,200. Tony G calls with suited connectors. Viffer's out. Back on the cannon.
He's had plenty to be happy about this week. He's barely lost a pot.
Ace King suited for the cannon. Calls.
Played a little ball, messed around, and got a triple-double.
Sura folds.
Daniel's getting 6-1.
Ace 4.
Ace 4 has bad reverse implied odds, but 6-1 is good enough odds for most anyone.
Folds.
What did I just do there with my brain? Change my mind 4 times?
That seems no good. Where's the confidence?
To the flop. 9-3 deuce rainbow. Seaver's still best, but Tony's made an up and down straight draw. Seaver checks it. Tony bets 4,000. Over to the cannon. Out.
The cannon's been floating the flop all week, and now he stops in a spot where he's typically supposed to.
Seaver calls.
Here we go.
I thought Scott was going for a check raise, but it looks like he's playing deceptively to try to get even.
Queen of clubs on the turn, and Seaver has hit a set. And he checks it. Tony checks.
Still trying to set that trap.
Ace of clubs on the river. Tony G has made a wheel.
And Scott's trap has gone all Wile E. Coyote on him. He's probably loving that ace.
Scott Seaver cannot catch a break this week. Checks it.
Scott's going for a check raise. This is not going to be good for him.
Tony bets 10,000.
The only question is, how much more will Scott commit to the worst hand?
And Seaver check raises to 36,000.
I'd say there's a 0% chance Tony folds, a fairly good one that he could raise, but the 3 clubs may slow him down.
He just calls, and he's going to win a big pot. Seaver shows the set, and he's going to hate this.
If it didn't come a flush, I would have got it all in. I mean, that's how sick is that?
How sick is that? How unlucky are you?
It was sick for one of them.
Could have Tony G happy to pick up that pot worth more than $84,000, and Seaver's tough week continues as we take a look at the big game rules. Each table lasts exactly 150 hands. The action pre-flop is pot limit, then no limit after the flop. Lines are 2 and 4 with a 100 ante, all of which is paid by the player on the button. And every player begins with at least 100,000 but can rebuy for up to 500K.
The first player to buy in for $500,000 this year gets a big game t-shirt.
At least I checked the turn. I mean,
Yeah, you're very kind.
Viffer will be under the gun here. King, queen.
I wonder if you bust the Viffer if you get his self-portrait t-shirt.
I want one. He raises to 1,300. Over to our loose cannon. Pocket eights.
Cannon's had plenty of playable hands all week long, and most of them have been connecting as well.
He calls. Pocket threes for Sura.
Sura's had a rocky week in both senses of the word.
What's the bet?
He'll come along. Ace 5 for Daniel. Out. Seaver out.
Oh yeah, the club made you 20,000 extra.
oh, I'm happy. Then I'm happy.
He wouldn't have check raised the regular ace.
I don't understand the game enough.
Ace 10 for Tony.
Tony complaining he didn't win enough on that last hand.
Calls. 4 players to the flop. 8, 6, 9 rainbow. Cannon flops a set.
This guy runs better than Carl Lewis.
Yeah.
Tony G checks his gut shot. Viffer checks. Cannon checks.
In general, I think it's a mistake to check that board.
Sura checks to the turn. Ace of hearts, and Tony's made a pair.
I'm open-minded, you see.
And it worked out for the Cannon anyway.
Tony bets 3,000.
Another perfect turn card for the Cannon. Tony caught top pair and lost equity.
Viffer's out, and we're back on the Cannon. Raises to 9,000. Sura's out.
Tony might consider making this call. The table's hardly seen any of Gonzo's hands all week, and Tony's got outs to a straight.
Should probably just move in and see if you got the guts to call.
He does.
Can't win anything if I hit a 7. Take it here.
Tony G folds. And the Cannon's now up over 131K.
He's like, man, I wish I had a hand that good.
Show us one.
Pick one.
Pick one. That one, he wants that one. It's an 8. Ooh, there was an 8 on there.
Yeah.
This is fun. He's destroying the game.
I know.
Absolutely the greatest loose cannon of all time.
We've been tracking Gonzo's play all week, and he's not allowing the pros to push him around.
The Cannon's still near the top of the pack with a 42% VPIP, but more importantly, he ranks second in calling pre-flop raises at 38%. Gonzo's seen a lot of flops and turns, and that's kept the pros off balance and earned him a huge figure without ever showing his cards.
Well, he's certainly made believers out of this table.
You still working out and stuff?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, every day.
Action on Sura.
I got nothing else to do, so it's easy.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of athletes, when they're done, they don't.
But do you have a pension now? Does the NBA pay you a pension?
Yeah, when you turn 55.
Oh, he's only 55.
So you got a couple years.
Yeah, a few left.
Does everyone get the same pension, or does it depend?
Yeah, it's like $1,000 a month for every year you played.
Every year.
So you played
11 years, so
played
11,000
11 and a
a
half.
month.
You got paid for 13.
13 for me, yeah.
So it's going to count as 13, even though you sat on the bench for 2 years.
That's right.
Okay.
16.
But if you play that long, you got to worry about the pension. You did something wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Sura's just called with ace 10, and Seaver's going to raise it to 1,600 with queen 10. Queen 6 of diamonds for Tony G.
Tony G's in position, but he's dominated in every possible way.
Calls.
And somehow Viffer's dominated by Tony G.
6-3, also in. Cannon's out.
How much is it?
Sura seems like he's been limping to avoid a 3-bet, but he's giving up the lead every time.
Sura calls Seaver's raise, and we've got 4-way action.
Sura's got half the equity 4 ways.
To the flop. 7-10-7, and Seaver and Sura have both made top pair. Seaver outkicked again. Viffer checks.
Everyone but Scott drawing almost dead.
Sura checks.
This time checking's cool. Check to the razor.
Have you
Seaver
checked?
checks.
I'm not going to check this one.
50 tries at 85.
I am going to commit to the spot.
Tony G bets 3,800.
Tony's taking a wild stab at this, and it'd probably work a lot of the time, just not now.
Viffer's out. Sura makes the call.
Bobby's been tight pre-flop, but seems to commit once he hits a decent pair.
Seaver's been in second place all week long and makes the call again here.
Poor Seaver getting pipped, nosed, edge. Another classic example now.
King of clubs on the turn.
That's a bit of a scare card for everyone, especially Bobby.
Seaver's picked up a flush draw. Sura checks. And Seaver passes, as does Tony. 4 of hearts on the river.
Sir is in good shape, but I don't see him capable of thin value.
You'd be right, he checks it. As the Seaver.
Tony G with queen high.
Gives up.
I got a 10.
Me too.
How can his 10 ever be good? This is so sick. He's lost with the pip about 17 times in this whole week.
Sura wins a pot worth almost 19,000.
Every time someone has this, Scott has that, like right underneath.
I doubt that's any consolation to Scott Seaver at the moment. Stick around, Railbirds. More big game on the way. Welcome back to the big game. Andrew Robles just entered the building as our first alternate.
Roble got into it with Daniel and Tony G back in season 1.
It's always nice when everyone else gives action and stuff like that, but you know, you can be the guy that doesn't, and it's all good.
Call the clock.
Bring your tricycle.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, Tony, calm down, please.
So if I shove it all in, do I get a bike? Like at least do I get a novelty prize?
This could make for a real interesting final few hands if Roble gets in the game.
Remember, there's more behind-the-scenes footage on the website.
Hey, Tony, did you used to play basketball in
Yeah.
Australia?
Yeah, I did.
You were really good?
I was not good, but I used to play.
He played.
Just like poker. Yeah. I just battle.
9s for Seaver.
You should play against Bobby. What do you think?
I should. I'm happy to play against him. Well, we should do like some sort of a show with him.
Yeah.
Play a little horse.
3-point shootout, yeah.
Are you a good shooter?
Bobby gonna start playing
I'm reasonable. I'm not sure if good. I mean, probably like not bad if there's no defense.
Seaver called. Tony folds.
Probably, I don't know, 75% from the 3-point line.
75%?
I think that's not very high with no defense.
Biffer and the Cannon have called. Sura's in.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
Pretty high by my standards.
Nah, that's not high.
From an NBA 3 or
No, from the
European three?
yeah. That's not high.
Bobby Sura played in the NBA for 11 years, and he shot 33% from 3-point land.
3-4 king on the flop. 2 pair for the Cannon, and Daniel's up and down.
I think it's like really good players can shoot close to 80%. No, really? You don't believe it? That's the truth.
Sit in the same spot.
Action checks around to Biffer, who checks to the Cannon.
Cannon must bet this with this many people in the hand.
I'm gonna bet you can't do 70.
Fires 3,000.
Yeah, I'm on your side of it.
Sura folds.
We go to a gym.
Let's go to a gym. Let's bet.
Bet.
I smell a season 3 feature.
And Negrano will draw.
We do, yeah, I'll bet the whole stack. I can do. We'll have 100 shots in 4 days' time. I got to make 70.
4 days?
Seaver folds.
4 days, I'll tell you where. I'll bet the whole stack. Put it up.
Why can't we just go do all 70 in a row?
Biffer folds.
No, I mean, we'll do 70 in 1 day, but we'll do it in 4 days' time. We'll do it slowly.
What's wrong with right now?
I need to. I've had a lot of vodka.
Remember, don't drink and drive the lane.
Back to poker. The Cannon's got 2 pair, and Daniel's going to draw to his straight. 4 of spades on the turn, and the Cannon's filled up.
Gonzalez Cannon continues to run like Godzales Cannon. Now it looks like Daniel's loading up for a bet. He might think he can blow Gonzo off his hand with a donk bet.
Makes it 4,500.
And it might actually work most of the time, but huffing and bluffing can rarely blow a full house down.
I never bluff.
All right, Roble, come in.
Now I have no move left.
I'm leaving.
Tony's off to start practicing his jumper, I guess.
Back on the Cannon. Just calls.
I really like the smooth call by the Cannon. He can let Daniel think he's just got top pair or a draw.
River, 8 of diamonds.
Daniel missed his straight, but since everything else missed, he might think he can take Gonzo off his hand.
And this bluff is a $16,500 donation to the Cannon Family Relief Fund.
Wow. Big blind, big blind, big blind, big blind, big blind.
Since you've been so friendly about showing a card, I'm also going to show you one card. Okay? Let's see if this is the one. All right.
Daniel shows a 5.
You get one card and one card only.
I've made a huge mistake. Daniel's just blown any chance he had of not getting raised here. This guy makes a huge hand, gets bet into, and then a pro shows him the losing hand. This is unreal lucky.
Oh, I should have literally... You can't raise. That's mean.
34%.
Biffer's right to laugh. This is ridiculous.
Cannon stacking chips. There's the raise.
Gross.
To 61.5.
That just made it all worth it, right there.
Oh, hang on.
Viffer, you agree, right? That was...
And Gonzo looks like he's about to explode.
The problem is I cannot call. So I have to fold.
Another big pot for the cannon.
I had 6 high.
That's why you got a re-raise anyway. Come on.
If you bluffed that,
I know you didn't. I know you didn't.
Well, he obviously didn't. He had 6 high beat, almost for sure.
Gonzo's now up over 150K.
Thank you, Daniel.
The cannon feels destined to be here because of his ironic last name. However, the origin of his first name has much more meaning to his family.
My name is Gonzalez Cannon II. I'm named after my father. And my grandfather, Oliver Cannon, was in World War II. And the way I hear it, he was in quite a bit of a jam in the war, where to the point where his life was at stake. And a couple of gentlemen came to his aid and they rescued him. And the 2 gentlemen's name were, one was Mardio, one was Gonzalez. And my grandfather, he named his first 2 born sons after these 2 gentlemen. So my uncle's Mardio Cannon. What's up, Unc? And you have my father, Gonzalez. So it was, I'm just a product of some good people doing some big things back in the 40s.
Gonzo's obviously a guy with some strong family ties. He told us he's going to use any winnings to help out his family after they were hit hard in this recent economy.
And here's a look at the big cannon, Gonzalez Cannon Sr., looking on from the green room and loving every second of his son's success. Meanwhile, back at the table, Tony G's decided to call it a night with a $74,000 profit, and Andrew Roble has taken his seat.
The 24-year-old has earned nearly $1.5 million in tournament winnings and bought himself a BMW M tray as his first big poker purchase, which he totaled. Tray days later, Roble will begin with $200K.
As you saw before, there was some tension between Andrew and Daniel last season on the big game. We'll see if any of that bitterness carries over into tonight's action. The action will start on the cannon, who folds. Big slick for Bobby Sura. Raises to 1,200. Ace-6 for Daniel. Out. Seaver folds. Jack-6 for Andrew Roble. He's out. And Jack-8 for Viffer. Re-raises to 4,400.
I imagine this is why Bobby's only raising less than 10% of the time to begin with. You can't really fold ace-king to a 3-bet in this game against these players, though.
Sura calls.
Daniel stretching his legs.
Viffer and Sura to the flop. 4, Queen, 9, Rainbow. Viffer now with a gut shot straight draw.
We'll have to see if he wants to continue with it.
Okay, so you remember last season, right?
No, I forgot.
We gave Andrew a little bit of a hard time for not straddling.
Yes.
Do you think we should all make him straddle, or do you think we should leave him alone?
You know what I think.
What do you think? We should just start some trouble?
Yes.
Ah, Amanda's an instigator.
Viffer checks.
Sura with the best hand.
And Sura checks. Turn. 6 of hearts.
No help to Viffer's hand. He may smell blood now that Bobby's checked.
Me and Tony G ganged up.
I didn't say be mean to him, but you can still straddle because straddling's fun and it makes the game better.
But should we make him just him straddle and no one else?
No.
Well, how are we gonna do
Why
that?
would you do that?
I don't know. I'm trying to prove a point of some
Are
kind.
you happy to see him?
Yes. Me and Andrew Rubel get along fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't necessarily think so, but yeah.
Andrew had some choice words for Daniel in his blog after his last appearance. I wasn't mentioned.
And Viffer's bet 6,000. That's enough to get Bobby out. And even with that win, Viffer's still down $61,000.
That's what you guys never know, right? No, I love it.
We'll see if Daniel proves his point with Roble as the big game continues after this.